We're live here once again from Las Vegas, Nevada. I am here with Holly Jewel.
Hi, everyone.
Holly, tell us about your knee that you just dislocated.
All right, well, I'm 25 years old and my body's falling apart naturally. I don't know, it's just random, but freak accident. So I was sitting on the couch and I had my knee crossed, and then I uncrossed it, and it dislocated when I uncrossed it, and it hurt so excruciatingly bad. I was paralyzed with pain, and then it went locked back into place, and now it's just sore. But that happens. Bodies are like really fragile.
You know what? Speaking of bodies, I would like to really talk about one of the crazy dislocations in history, and I think that's from the Lethal Weapon movies.
It's all over now. Hey, put your money on the table, get back to work. Sucker.
What are you smoking, Holly?
So I'm smoking concentrate. It's a 95% THC and CBD too.
Can you show us the package?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
1 second.
But not as much as when I put it back in.
Yeah, that is really brutal. From Lethal Weapon, and Holly's gonna show you this package that she got here, so you know exactly what we're talking about. What's the difference between CBD and THC?
All right, so CBD is really healthy. It actually helps with anxiety. It helps with cancer. It can treat cancer cells. It can calm you down. That's what it does for me. It's really great. I actually love CBD. But THC is a psychoactive drug.
So does this one have a little THC in it?
It does, yeah.
And does it have CBD as well?
So actually, the one that has CBD, I have is this, and it's a 2-to-1 ratio. And it's I like it. Yeah, I smoke it.
That one.
Yeah, so I smoke. I layer it with like.
All right, light it up.
Yeah.
Tell them your experience of that.
All right. Sorry.
Woo! There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
It tastes good. It's actually really yummy. It tastes like healthy, it tastes like an oil more because of the CBD. It's kind of fun, and it's relaxing. So.
Well, I personally think she should not smoke. I think that it costs too much money, and really, it's kind of like buying cigarettes all the time. That's gonna be really expensive, and probably like if you got them for free, I wouldn't care. But it's just really expensive. What do you think?
So
How much did you spend last month on weed?
spent 85. So I used to spend like a lot more. Should I say how much?
Yeah.
Okay, I used to spend like $700 on weed a month.
And which is you only had $700 a month, so you spent all your money on weed. But tell them what's the best weed you ever got in your life. Hold that.
So I went to what's it called? It's in Mesquite, Nevada, and I was actually smoking for one of the first times and it was like really fucking intense. And damn, that knocked me off my ass. I was destroyed. Weed doesn't affect me that way anymore, so. But this is what I do have. It's actually, it just relaxes me now. I can smoke like a 99%. And so this is 95%, and it has 0.5 CBD. So, yeah, can't see. So yeah, there's that, and then I have the Shatter from the other month. So I actually I'm doing a lot better than I used to with smoking. I just use it when I really have like pain or whatever. But so this is 70% and it has 0 CBD. This is Fruit Pie Shatter, and it was okay. I really recently I bought a cartridge that was a gram of like 99%. It was like blackberry, and it was so good. Very yummy flavor. I like the nuttiness of the CBD in the one that I'm vaping right now. So this is my this is fun. I have 2 of these.
So
yeah.
Sorry for leaving the podcast for a minute. I had to set up a little bit. Now, we took forever to set up, didn't we, Holly?
Oh my gosh, it was a pain. Just waiting.
And Holly, this is your first time on my podcast.
Yes.
Now, we have made a couple videos together,
yeah.
And this is the beautiful lady that I could blame it on her why I haven't made more videos because I'm spending time with her. But this is the beautiful lady that's took all my time. She has took all my time. So, you know what? It's great. I probably, would still slack on certain stuff without her. I mean, I want to say I would make more videos had I not met her, but she's beautiful. Cheers to you.
Cheers, baby.
So, going back to what we were saying initially about dislocating your shoulder, I was going to use that simply to segue into the story about Mel Gibson. Now, he is... Why you say you?
I said boo and you.
He is... what?
Because he's racist.
Do you think that he's truly racist or had a racist moment when he was drunk?
I don't really care. You don't say racist stuff ever. It's not okay. And it's hate, and I believe that's against my beliefs. So I don't condone that behavior. That's all. But he is, famous and stuff.
Well, that's the debate. Is should there be a Lethal Weapon 5, and should Mel Gibson be canceled until the rest of his life? Now, I think we should give everyone a second and third and fourth chance. I think it's more interesting. The world's a better place, when you give people a better second chance, And
I concur.
Why do you agree? Just because you're my girlfriend, you just want to agree with everything?
No, I agree because we're always changing. We're always going through change, and hopefully we're growing and going in the right direction to be a better person.
Well, honestly, the fact of the matter is that Richard Donner died, and he promised him that he would direct it.
Well, I haven't killed you yet.
Mel Gibson is stepping behind the camera to direct Lethal Weapon 5, which will likely be the final installment of the action franchise. Richard Donner, who directed all the previous Lethal Weapon movies, had been developing a fifth film on and off for years, but the project was put in limbo when the director died in July at age 91. Gibson revealed that he was taking over while speaking at an Experience With event in London. According to London's The Sun, Gibson said of Donner, he was developing the screenplay and he got pretty far along with it. He said to me one day, "Listen, kid, if I kick the bucket, you will do it." And I said, "Shut up." Gibson continued, he did indeed pass away.
Yeah, so it's an unfortunate thing that we live in a society that that has racism, and it's gonna become up and
Evil.
and it is evil, but it's also lethal.
Lethal.
It's very lethal.
Lethal, evil, deadly.
I love the background music of Lethal Weapon series because it has this like jazz solo that it's just kind of hilarious. And what I was really disappointed in was the Lethal Weapon series that got rid of that. Man, I was like, come on, you're gonna reboot it and not have a jazz background? You want some like contemporary shit? That is foul. And you know what else is foul? The cigarette smell. Like, stick to
Let me
weed.
put it out.
Would you?
Yeah, for you. I got my babes.
As you guys may or may not know, I am a Bible-believing Christian, and kind of
I am
cool,
as well.
kind of cool thing that she as well that happened to me. I got to meet like 2 million subscriber and like 50 million view dude who's like popular on Facebook and YouTube. Not any Signor, but he's more than that. Danny Mullen. And I was preaching at open air, which I had not done that in years, but I met a guy who was preaching on the sidewalk. Well, first of all, you make fun of a guy preaching on the sidewalk. That's
Yeah.
okay. So I was
No.
preaching on the sidewalk, and you could defend yourself in a minute. And I met Danny Mullen, and we were joking, and got to know him, and he was surprised that I used cuss words, and I went back and forth with him on video and in person, and he said I'm a Christ enthusiast or Jesus Christ enthusiast, and I said I'd rather be called a Jesus freak. But I don't know why I was starting to talk about it. But why did I stray off on I'm a Christian?
Oh, you saw someone ministering in the street or something. You said I booed at it.
Okay, why did you boo at that?
Okay, so it was like a weaker moment. I thought it was funny, and like I was born in St. George, Utah, and I used to yell pagan at the Mormon missionaries riding their bikes by, which is really not cool. I didn't do it all the time to justify myself, just half of the time. Just kidding, that's awful. So anyway, yeah, like, it's just, I don't know, I was being cringy, and I really regret doing that. I didn't understand what he was doing. I wasn't used to that, I guess. I'm used to not really being active, and then having a weird dynamic with my family that are really extreme LDS. We're Mormon.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how I got on the tangent.
Yeah.
So I'm rewinding the live feed to see why I started talking about the Bible. Well, we all know that Mel Gibson was famously criticized for The Passion of the Christ, simply because people thought that the story of Jesus is anti-Semitic.
I was paralyzed with pain, and then
Hold on just a moment. We're gonna rewind and see where I did that. Of our bodies. I would like to really talk about one of the crazy dislocations in the hip. This is very off the cuff, and it's a free-flowing conversation. We don't have many topics, but because I'm spending time with her. I am super distracted, and I haven't done a podcast in a year over, and so I don't have it the same flow as when I'm doing it normally. About dislocating your shoulder. I was going to use that. I'm trying to see where I started talking about Jesus, because I know I have a good point, but I don't want to skip to the point. I want to see the transition I did. Lethal Weapon 5.
Can I also add to my statement? I was high on marijuanas only, and I use that as a defense a little bit, not much, but I was just trying. I don't know, like I feel bad about it. So I wouldn't do it again. It was not cool. I learned my lesson by just doing it and then feeling like shit. It's like, yeah, I don't think you should do that.
Kind of cool thing that see as well that happened to me. I got to meet. Oh, I know what I was saying. It's so stupid. So she was smoking in my face and she put it out, right? And then she's like, "Is the smoke bothering you?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I put it out for you." She doesn't normally do this ever, but because she's on TV right now with our beautiful viewer, thank you very much. On replay, we'll have a couple more views, but we're live. Thank you for watching with us. So first time I had smoke blown in my face, I was in high school, like 2004. And the reason why I mentioned I was a Christian is because I was literally out spreading my beliefs. Not like a Jehovah's Witness, but I would go up to people and hang out with them, and they'd be smoking, and I'd talk about God. So I'd go out and do this with my friends, and it was just like, it kind of crazy. It didn't faze me, but this guy was just literally smoking and blowing it in my face, and it's the first time that I'd ever been exposed to smoke up close like that, because I'm a kid, and he's just smoking. We're talking about, are there any good churches around here? What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. What kind of a Christian background do you have? And then we started talking about whether or not he considers himself to be a good person. Most people right off the bat, they think they're a great person. Do you think you're a good person?
No.
Why not? Why do you think you're such a bad person?
Because I've made a lot of bad choices in my life, more than good. But I'm working on repentance or whatever.
See, there you go. That's coming from a real Christian. Most people, they don't do that. They say, I'm a good person and I'm going to heaven. Like, why? But Holly is, I can actually tell you are truly, truly Christian, because only a true Christian would say, I need repentance, and instead of saying, like, oh, I'm a good person. So I was talking to this guy, we were smoking together, just getting passes back and forth. I didn't start smoking until 2012. But I quit, didn't I?
You
For
did.
the most part?
Completely.
Yeah, so
Yeah, cool.
he was talking to me, smoking in my face, and then I asked him, have you ever told a lie? He says, yeah. And I said, what does that make you? And he says, well, I'm still a good person. I said, if I was to lie, what would you call me?
Red flag, red flag. Just kidding. No.
Why do you say red flag?
Cause like everyone lies, and if you're not willing to admit you to like, I don't know, we all sin and we're all on this together and we're trying to be better, but you know, we all sin, so we got to repent from it. I don't know.
So it's a red flag that
he wasn't willing to admit it or whatever. Something is. That's my opinion.
Anyway, guys. So he was telling me that that yes, he has told a lie. And it's really, really cringy that we talk about this because I said this to a girl where I was working at Office Depot one time and she called human resources on me. And then I quit because she was hitting on me. And she said, oh, my pussy's so wet. Oh, why don't you finger it kind of thing. And I was like 16, bro.
That is traumatic. It's not fair to you.
And I was like, well, let me have your number. I don't want to like talk sex at work. And so I started talking to her.
Women shouldn't rape.
I started talking to her about losing her virginity or something. And she's like, no, I haven't lost my virginity. And I was like, fine, whatever. I had not lost my virginity either at that point. But
I apologize.
it's just like
Situations.
hashtag me too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you're
Sad.
talking about sex during work.
We all-
So
it's
she
sad.
misunderstood that I was just talking about
16.
morality in particular. Well, I don't know. Maybe if I was to talk about morality and I question your morality when you were hitting on me, do you think I'm calling you a slut?
Absolutely not. You're just having a discussion.
Well, I
and
was
an
speaking
existential
about
conversation.
in the context of religion.
Yeah.
I was like trying to relate
Religious
to
conversation.
her about religion.
Yeah.
And then she turns that around and says, "Oh,
made
you're
it
calling me a
twisted.
liar. You're saying that
twisted
I'm not
it.
a virgin when I told you I was a virgin."
Gaslighting.
Of course, I'm gonna think you're not a virgin if you're talking about sex and like fingering and your pussy and stuff.
Dude,
I'm 16 and she doesn't know I'm 17. Sorry.
it
Like
doesn't-
I was turning
no.
18 and like
Think about
my
it, guys.
boss didn't even know I was 17 when I got the job. That was
I've
my
had a lot of-
first job out of high school, Office Depot, and I quit because I felt I was sexually harassed. This
Aw,
girl went
that's
to,
sweet for it.
to the human resources. I didn't want to deal with the drama behind it.
I think that happens.
So I had a similar conversation with this girl as I was having with the guy who blew smoke in my face. And you blew smoke in my face. And I started remembering about the first time someone blew smoke
Were
in
you
my
triggered?
face. And I just remembered that conversation I had.
Yeah.
And then because it's very easy to go like, you're talking about religion and whatever, it's kind of a hard subject to transfer to. So it's very easy to feel awkward. And I felt really awkward about 10 minutes ago on this podcast when I brought it up and we were talking about Mel Gibson. But I wasn't bringing it up in the context of Mel Gibson. I was bringing it up because that was the first time I had smoke blowing in my face.
Yeah.
Talking about God.
Can I add my like first experiences with smelling cigarette smoke or whatever when I was a kid? I didn't like it. Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'd always like go through Vegas and stuff to California, all the time to like Universal Studios and like Knott's Berry Farm and stuff like that, and Orange County, and on the way was it?
Your first experience with smoke blowing in your face?
So we'd stop here in Vegas a lot, and my mom was a massage therapist working in Mesquite,
Your first experience with
at a
smoke?
casino called Casablanca. Oh, Knott's Berry Farm's so fun. We're right on. It's the oldest one.
Okay, I just pulled up the comment section because you have to have a second device in order
Yeah.
to view them.
But yeah, Knott's Berry Farm is fun. Good memories. But yeah. So anyway, what was I saying? You gotta help me.
You're talking about why was smoke blowing in your face.
Oh wait, I hated the smell of cigarette smoke. So we'd stay at a casino, like we'd stay at Buffalo Bills or something in right near the border of California.
You know what?
Correct.
Actually, let's talk about that. We'll go outside for a minute in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, and we'll show you the borders and the prims and everything. After you, my dear. Okay, so we're gonna look at the skyline over here, and we'll kind of point. Dadoosh! You can see the Strat right there, the Strat.
That's crazy, guys. I've been on. I hiked to the top of the Eiffel Tower, and did you know the Strat is taller than the Eiffel Tower?
So what does the border of Prim and Las Vegas and all that have to do with
Seriously.
smoke blown in your face?
Well, I grew up.
That's cool that you have a friend there.
Mormon, Jack Mormon, kind of like my
Is that your friend or your brother? You can tell me in the comments.
my mom and dad divorced when I was 6 months old. She remarried. My mom and stepdad were Jack Mormons, and then my dad was like, and stepmom were really Mormon, and so it was kind of weird, the difference. And I was kind of like PTSD because they teach you that like coffee is like bad for you. They teach you that cigarette smoke is bad. Like you know, it is, but like it's neither here nor there. But anyway, I would literally plug my nose. So I have a common disorder called obsessive compulsive disorder. I've been diagnosed with it. Had it my whole life. It's been hard, but you know, things get better for, you know, it's all about your choices and your attitude and how you choose to look at stuff. But anyway, so I would plug my nose and mouth and I'd run through to the elevators, through the casino.
And where?
To the
Okay,
elevators.
to the casino. Okay.
Yeah, at the, like, what's it called? Buffalo Bill. It's not Buffalo Bill, but it's like,
Where is it?
it's in Prim.
Okay,
And-
so that way is actually probably towards Utah, and over this way, that would be towards Prim. Okay, so we said that already.
Anyway, I was super curious as a kid. But I want to add to that.
And Preston adds in the comments that his family's LDS.
Oh, right
And
on.
this is actually, I noticed last week when I was at the strip, or earlier, that's the Luxor, that spotlight always. Because we're pretty close to the strip. They're having a big convention here, and this was full of cars, and it's like really hard to park around here sometimes. And actually to pull out, because they're blocking our way with the parking. So anyway, you got smoke blown in your face, because why?
No, just everyone was smoking and I was like allergic to it.
In a casino.
I had asthma and they were just, I was like taught to be super triggered at like everything. And anyway, I used to be like really like obsessive about like hating cigarette smoke and run as fast as I could to get away from it.
Oh, you used to hold your breath like everyone.
Hold my breath. Yeah.
Because it's been told since your youth that this is going to give you cancer, this is going to give you cancer. So you think you're actually going to get it like boom, like AIDS or something.
So, but it's kind of sad that I smoke now, but you know, I'm gonna quit soon again for like 20th time. But I want to add to the whole LDS thing a memory about my first time drinking coffee, if that's okay. So I was in San Francisco. My stepdad was the assistant attorney general for the state of Utah. He died from a heart attack when I was pregnant with my son.
So tell me this quick story, the quick version.
Okay, so what?
You're talking about coffee.
Oh, coffee. Oh, I was in San Fran, and we were in the hotel, and my parents were gone, and I was babysitting my
Welcome to Coffee Talk with your host, Linda Richards.
trans brother, a fine female at birth. I was babysitting them, and then I tried coffee in the coffee pot at the hotel, and it was like super bad and taboo. And then to add to that, and then my sister told on me it was like a big deal or something. Like no one really did anything or cared because my parents were Jack Mormons, but you know. But freaking.
Your parents were, but the rest of your family.
My family was extremist. But
You were just talking about smoke blowing in your face, and then because he said he was LDS, because you had mentioned it, you talked about LDS equals coffee equals don't drink coffee at the end. Have a nice day.
no, I
And they
know.
all live
I want
happily
to,
after.
but yeah, basically. Yeah.
So we're going out to eat tomorrow at the Cosmopolitan, and they have a $100 burger that you can drink with or without coffee, and while not smoking a cigarette, because it is inside a casino. And
Hey, I like that aspect now.
we are not going to get the $100 burger, but we're going to get the posh burger, which is the same thing without the gold.
The same thing.
The gold crust.
Same ingredients. Same cooking except the gold.
What do you think is the best burger you've ever had?
Oh my gosh. Favorite burger in Utah is at the Copper Onion.
Hell, Utah, go! Boo! Go!
No, hell no.
Hell no what?
Hell no to going back to Utah. I'd rather not. So anyway, the Copper Onion is like a nice restaurant that I went to all the time, and they have like scallops.
How much was the burger?
Burger was a good price, $14, and it had duck fat aioli, and it was like, oh my gosh, that was good. That was a good burger. It was Wagyu beef. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, good for you. You know, like I drink coffee all the time. It's they also don't believe in hot drinks, which.
Well, he said Utah. I live in Utah.
Dude, that's cool.
He's not asking you to talk about what Mormons believe. Okay.
I know.
Anyway, that's one viewer.
I'm sorry.
He's not gonna take the entire conversation.
I'm
But if he
sorry.
has a suggestion of
Yeah.
what SNL skit or what movie you want me to reenact, I will do that on a video.
Heck yeah.
But thank you, Preston. But
Yeah, thank you.
crazy thing we wanted to talk about for a second, since you brought up Utah, is that there are no bars at all in Utah. Is that true? I couldn't even believe such a thing. It's like prohibition. Are there no bars in Utah or no drinking allowed unless it's also a restaurant?
Okay, up until a couple years ago, the beer was 3.2%. Now it is regular percent. They made that effective November 30th, 2017 or something like that.
But you can there's a standalone bar. You go in there and drink just like anywhere else, right?
They do have bars, but you know, they close super early. Nothing's open on Sundays in Utah, and also
Statewide,
for the most part, it's kind of like.
you can't go to the grocery store on Sundays.
No, you can. It's just my parents always did. Like I said, they were Jack Mormon or whatever. So Sunday we always went hiking and we did stuff that you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to be reverent and lazy. So yeah, but
It's kind of funny, like if you use the term Jack Mormon and you're not Mormon,
Yeah.
you have like an in with Mormons just by knowing the actual phrase.
yeah,
It kind of makes you
I guess.
relatable. But
yeah. Utah. You know. Anyway, the only bar I would go to, I only went to one bar in Utah while I lived there. It was the bar next to the Copper Onion, owned by the Copper Onion. It was really, I enjoyed it. It had nice vibes, and I'd go get a Moscow Mule.
you know what? We're gonna probably go to the Stratosphere tomorrow or the day after, and one of the gorgeous things you could see at the Stratosphere is this display unit that that actually has a slideshow that shows you, okay, where on the map are you looking towards, what to look for, and on one of those things is a Mormon temple, and like you can have to zoom in on it, and it'll point
I know.
where to see a Mormon temple, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like, who wants to go to? Do a lot of people like
You can go to the
go to-
visitor center.
go to Vegas and drink a bunch of coffee and then go back to Utah?
If they're doing like meth or crack or something. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well, we're living in the party capital of the world.
Oh, so
Party capital and the drug capital. But
Are
thankfully not the homeless capital.
yeah, that's good.
We probably were at one time, but LA took us over.
Can I tell a quick story about like how I was traumatized when my babysitter drank a beer
What does that have to do?
with like Mormonism, like me getting triggered at everything.
No, please don't.
It's funny. I was in Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And, okay, I'll make it fast. Okay, so we were in Dominican Republic. My mom and dad left us with the babysitter at the resort. She drank this is embarrassing to me. Like I'm embarrassed that I did this. And okay, so the babysitter went and she was drinking a beer, and I talked to my now trans brother, and he said, I told him, what do you think, like, do you think it's safe for her to be drinking alcohol? Like, are we safe under her care? And I got really paranoid. I was like 9. And I was like, should I pour out her beer? And I didn't do it, and it was really cringy, and I went and told my mom that, and she was really mad at me that I even, because you know it is cringy.
How old are you?
9.
So you drink your first beer at 9.
No, I didn't drink it, but my mom let me do wine touring in Bordeaux and different chateaus in France when I was 13. So I first tried alcohol at like 13.
I first tried alcohol at the spry age of 27. I was having wine watching Miss Sloane at the movie theater. That was my first one.
That's not a bad thing. Here, honestly, I want to be sober one day. I'm dealing with like emotional stuff, and I'm using it as a crutch. So it's whatever. But I'm spending less money on weed every month. I've quit cigarettes like fully, like without like cold turkey. I've done it like 5 different times. So I'm gonna do it like soon. I'm just trying to like be happy, and honestly, if I were to die, I want to die happy. And I know that like some of the things I do aren't the best, like smoking pot every day. I know that, you know, that's not beneficial, but oh yeah, someone said let's go President Polo. Yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to cut back, and I went from spending $700 to spending like $200 to spending under 100.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Doober Scoober has just entered the chat.
Woo!
Doober Scoober is one of the most generous and cool fans of the
Thank you for your support.
podcast and the show and all my SNL videos, and it's really, really cool to have him here in the chat. And
yeah.
I just want to thank you, man, for watching, and I hope that you continue to see our podcast, which we want to talk about for
Hey,
the
you didn't cheer
subscribers.
Preston on when he was contributing. He wants to be cheered.
Well, this is the first time I've seen Preston. I've seen Doober Scoober a lot of times. So I just wanted to know. I don't know if Preston is a subscriber or not.
He said he's been subscribed from the first video, and he's like, "That's not true. I'm
From the
crying.
first
I'm a
video?
loyal fan."
Since True
He
Polo
said
in 2006.
He's like, "Save these podcasts." Someone said.
Thank you, man. Well,
That's
here's
nice.
the thing.
Thank
Here's
you.
the thing. We are actually going to be going live more often, and we are going to be putting these videos unlisted after a short amount of time. So you'll have to watch them when they premiere or live, and then they'll be unlisted. So enjoy them, watch them, check them out, and after that, it's gonna get unlisted. We might keep up some, but if they get really, really deep, like she starts crying and bawling and talking about her insecurities, we're gonna have to put that unlisted just because it'd be more freeing to be able to do that. Now I have to ask for an apology to my viewer, Preston, because I'm not keeping track of the chat and what he's saying and what's going on.
You can't. I think you can't see it, right?
No, I can. But
Oh,
let me see,
okay. I
let me see.
apologize. Sorry.
He says I didn't cheer when he entered the chat. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming.
Woo! Preston!
Wow, this is a lot. I'm catching up. I should make these podcasts. You should make these podcasts and save them. Okay. And then do it. Oh, limited time only. I'll have fun at 2. Yeah. Okay. And that's awesome, Preston. I'd be interested into knowing how you found my channel and what you clicked on. Did you search or what? What is my first video, or what is the first video that you saw? I would want to say the channel really began in 2015. That's when I really started.
It's cool.
It was like out of obscurity. I used to use it like playlists, like everybody else does. No one is really a YouTuber in general, except the like millions that are. But everyone else uses YouTube to like stuff, to watch stuff. And after my first channel, True Polo, I started the second channel, but I didn't really use it as a platform until 2015, and then I really blew up from the SNL video. But for me, 100,000 views is blown up. I mean, like, because I've had like 10,000 views before, but I've never had 100,000, and certainly not on that channel. But I'm interested to see what. Okay, watching one of my SNL videos. All right, man. Thank you, dude.
Woo!
That makes me really happy to know, Preston. Doomer Scoober.
Thank you.
Probably as well, right? You saw an SNL video? Or I'm wondering maybe that you saw another channel making fun of me and talking about me? Because a lot of people like, I can't name the actual subscribers by heart, but they saw me on Justin Wang's show and another one called Salty Dicks. He did a video about me.
Nasty.
And I became famous from
Visualize.
those. I actually got phone calls.
So
And
someone
blew me up.
said you got you clickbait with them.
Well, here's the thing. So, if you guys go and look into the chats, if you were really a follower from 2015 or something, that's when I really blew up. I really joined YouTube a lot before that. But if you were a viewer in the innocent days in the Obama administration,
2009 was gross.
yeah. If you're a viewer of mine during the Obama administration, when was Obama president?
I love
29
Obama.
to 2016.
That
right?
reminds me of Get Out. Remember, he's like, you know.
Why does that remind you of Get Out?
The dad is like, I love Obama, and it's like,
Oh, and then he actually secretly opened up their heads and stole their consciousness.
yeah.
But anyway, so if you're a viewer of mine,
Someone said
during
they're
the Obama
13 and now
administration-
they're adults.
What?
They're full grown. They're adults now. Cheers.
I'm so sorry. I have to be looking at the comments while we're talking. Okay.
Obama was president when they were 13, and now they're full grown ass.
Oh, okay. Thank you, man.
Full
Thank
ass
you,
grown
Drew.
adult.
Thank you, Drew. I see what you're saying. I got you. So, anyway, if you were a viewer back then, or as Stone Cold Steve Austin says,
Yeah.
my hero growing up, he has his own podcast now, which is really good. And I think he has a vodka called Broken Skull or something. Or I may be confusing it with the next level, but when he says back then, and if you go to the WWE app and look at his documentaries, he does a retrospective of his career. He says the K really hard. Back in. Back in. I would really go at it with people in the comment section, like not like I do now with like one-liner joke or something. They attacked me of who I am.
Yeah.
They attacked not only like my earnestness as an actor, but just my social media presence in general, which they're still doing. But I was really offended the first time they said that. That I was clickbait.
Can I contribute? Sorry, can I
Why?
say words? My opinion.
No, let me finish this.
Okay, sorry, I apologize.
So I was duped. I got clickbaited. Is what Preston and Marshall said, and Scoober. So.
Okay, so you had a skinny girl as
Yeah,
a friend.
I read that already.
Oh, okay.
Look, here's the part. Here's the part I'm talking about. So listen. I took it very personally. Why do you want to contribute to that?
What were we talking about?
Okay, let me finish what I was saying. I would do one paragraph responses and longer sometimes. I would go back and forth, and I still kind of cuss people out sometimes or whatever. I try not to. Depending on the video, I'll make a joke about that character, but it just really depends. I actually got into a screaming match online, like verbal, like all caps kind of thing, from the guy on YouTube, Double Rainbow All the Way. His name is Bear. He's a very famous
I've
auto-tune
seen that.
Double Rainbow guy. Even he and I
course.
were talking on the YouTube channel. And on the comment section, it was just like going back and forth about arguing stuff. Like, he hadn't seen my SNL videos. I had commented on his video, but the point is that someone called me clickbait, and I got so mad and would go back and forth. And if you had seen the comment section back then, I repeated myself over and over and over and over. You could probably see some of it, but YouTube is really going hard on moderating the shit. I'm trying to let people cuss me out whatever they want, within reason, as far as homophobic slurs and racist slurs,
Racism,
stuff like that. Making fun of handicapped people,
just hate,
and all kinds of stuff. I don't agree with that, and so I would block that. And I actually had to put slurs in my block word list.
Come on, that's just trash.
And I had to put reported in my block word list, because people don't report people who make slurs, but they report me for quote unquote being clickbait. So here's the thing. For all you people out there that hate me because they think I'm a clickbaiter, SNL itself doesn't flag me or take me down. And you are clicking on a video that's entitled Man Down by the River. That is me doing a skit of Man Down by the River.
Funnier. They're
it's
funny
me doing a
for
skit
them.
of Man Down by the River. It has a thumbnail of Chris Farley, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? The video is pertaining to that skit. So that image is a relevant image. So, like, when you're saying it's clickbait, and you're saying, why? Because he's only performing, not the original clip, but he's only performing it? You are defining clickbait and your own definition, which is something you made up in your own head.
I agree.
So everything is clickbait if you want to take it to that, because you're not actually seeing the clip. And then I started putting a little clip in front of my introductions. It would have the clip and say Best of SNL, and then me be doing it. So, and then I have Chris Kattan introducing me now, if you see my recent videos. So
that's pretty good if SNL doesn't strike you.
Oh, dude, they not only not strike me, they look at my channel to see what is a popular skit. And they add
the video after you have done
it. Right. I focus a lot of the time.
It wasn't even on
doing videos that are not on YouTube, because they're some of the funniest, best skits of all time. Like, you didn't see Cowbell on the YouTube page
it wasn't there.
in America because of copyright. It was like worldwide, but it was blocked in our country for some reason. After my hits, after I hit 1 million or something like that, they put it up. And then they just started following me. Like, they never copyrighted me before. Yeah. Because my first video, it was me, no clip at all. No thumbnail of the SNL sketch. My first video was regarding the Best of SNL series was Chris Farley living in a van down by the river. Just me performing the lines. I'm performing the lines.
Big deal, he's performing the lines.
And it's like someone singing a cover. But you don't get copyright struck on that.
Does he deserve to get anally raped? No.
I could read you some of my bad comments. But I just want to introduce this. Is that...
Can I say something?
This is pertaining to that video. Let me finish.
I apologize.
It's pertaining to that video.
He's good.
Nice. It's not like, oh, this is an SNL video, and then boom, it's a video about search engine optimization. No, it is an SNL video. It's from an SNL fan doing the Slam Under by the River. You know, no different if it was a video and I said, this is the best of SNL, and it was me talking about the best of SNL and showing different stuff. Then I started putting the SNL logo.
No, against the law.
It's not against the law. It's fair use.
It is fair use.
Even if it wasn't fair use,
if it wasn't, calm down.
They're allowing it, and
calm down.
They're giving you permission to do it. So I started putting the SNL logo, so because in the early days of YouTube, not a lot of people did customizable thumbnails. They looked at the video and it would have an automatic thumbnail, so they assumed that the video contained that frame. So it was like a capture of Frank, a candid capture in the middle of a video of Chris Farley meant, oh, that's in this like 30th second of that video, it's Chris Farley doing that expression. So when I put a logo in the video that said SNL, it was to show people initially that, okay, this can't be a clip from the thumbnail that clipped out. This is someone intentionally put a logo, so that doesn't mean that that particular frame is going to be in the video. It's just a logo. It's a promotion for that video. So the point is, I'll look. Just say you got a comment and I'll look. The point is that I'm not clickbaiting you.
Is this okay?
And I'm not clickbaiting you.
I just don't want to be too rude.
I'm doing a video about SNL. So any video about SNL is what you asked for. It's what you're looking for. And if you're on YouTube, you're going to be searching for random things. Yeah. Among them, regarding SNL. So it's a video regarding and about and someone who loves SNL. And found out about Chris Farley from one of his greatest hits, Best of SNL shows. I didn't know about Chris Farley till I saw Best of Chris Farley. And that was in 1999 when he died. I was looking at a rerun. And it was the Coffee Crystal sketch. And it bleeped a lot of it out because it was broadcast. So they can't say bitch. And I just thought it was so hilarious. Kind of like when you watch Hell's Kitchen. When they bleep out everything,
absolutely.
That they bleeped it out. So to see the uncensored version,
you're like, I know what the swear word is. Thank you.
Sorry. But I am the one who knows that. Like, and people in the comment section, they spit on Chris Farley's grave when they mention how he's dead and
these are human beings.
Don't mention someone's
human
demise
spirits,
and like,
entities
that is
with
terrible.
emotion.
Like I do a Phil Hartman homage or a Chris Farley homage. People are really like disrespectful to the name of Chris Farley and Phil Hartman. Like, don't speak for them. Don't disrespect them. And so this is a lot of bullshit I've been putting up with. But the number one thing, like, I cannot believe is that people
hate.
People just continuously say that I'm just clickbait. Even Andy Signore, famous YouTuber who was on my channel, he said, oh, that's just clickbaiting people. Like, I didn't want to get into the weeds with him, but it's not clickbait. I mean, because if that's the case, like I'm saying, this is the point. Everything is clickbait. Everything is trying to get you to click on something.
You? How dare you make your own video?
Everything is trying to get you to click on something.
No.
What's not clickbait?
What's up with the product placement in the movies? How dare they? How dare they put popcorn in the movie and make me hungry?
It's ridiculous, guys.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You hit a soft spot. I am an actor doing a video, and I showed the frame of it in the thumbnail. Woo! Look at me. Now I'm putting Best of SNL on some of my thumbnails. But anyway, people are mad about that, and that's cool. You know what? And I have said this over and over again. If the internet decided that they would stop trolling me and stop telling me to kill myself, and some guy said last night, when I take a shit, it's more interesting looking than you. Which is basically what he said. I made it sound better. But he said that. It's like, if you guys would stop doing that altogether, then I would stop doing my videos. I made that promise. If everyone was just a fan of me, like you and all that,
they all say
I wouldn't do those videos. I'd be like, all right, you guys want us to stop doing that? We'll stop doing that. But no, because I get all the haters, I'm like, I'm not going to stop because of them. Yeah. So I'm going to double down on it
and give them what they hate
and do it to annoy them. Like my brother used to get mad at me, and I would just tease him more. So
can I finally say my fucking
that's my
comment?
2 pieces of that. Go ahead.
Okay, my opinion as a mother. Hello. All right, so I think that would you be willing to say the things to someone's face that you say to people on social media, on the internet? Would you be willing to go up to someone, say them face to face and make eye contact and say, you are a worthless swine, piece of trash, you should have been aborted, you slimy motherfucker, bastard, prick. Like, I don't know, there's worse. There's a lot worse. I was just... slimy motherfucker. But anyway, this is a human being, and he not only, but he's a good man. He treats me like gold, and I have never had that in my life. I've had a really rough life, and he is a good person, and he's a human, and everyone deserves to be treated. But yeah, but people are spreading the negative energy, and it's just trashy. Do you really need to be putting that out there in the universe? It's gonna come back to you, I know. Oh, yeah, I love him. We've been dating since January 9th of this year, so it will be a year coming up, and I am the happiest. I'm so happy. I'm the happiest woman in the world. I love you, babe. So it's just like you gotta not objectify people just because they're not right in front of you. Maybe you objectify them right in front of you, whatever. I don't give a shit. Humans, we all deserve the golden rule. We all have that civil right to be treated the way you want to be treated. And thank you, guys. And I am happy.
Goober's the man. He
You're
got
awesome.
a girlfriend as well. Shout out to
Woo!
Goober's girl. You guys
We're
are
really
dope.
happy. It's beautiful. It's
And
fun.
so, if y'all really want to know who is commenting right now,
Come say that I should
I mean,
die
we could
and
get
ra-
into it,
say
homie.
racial
we
slur.
could totally get into
You
it.
know,
You're
people
like,
have
"Oh,
feelings.
show you."
Have you ever heard of
If
feelings,
y'all are serious
motherfucker?
about that shit, I will give you their names and the video that they commented on, and you can reply what you really think about them and what you think about their comment, okay?
No, it's just trashy. It's the same stuff. It's really unoriginal. It's just like, whoa, like cringe.
I mean, to be honest with you, nothing can compare to the trolls that I got when I first started doing this. Because everything was
Extreme.
repeated after that. So the first start, they started
At least
saying
they-
the shit.
they get the
it
first
sounded
credit.
funny. Then after 6 million views later, it's not
6
as funny,
million.
the trolls. Because they're
He
saying
sees
the same
every
thing.
fucking
The
comment.
number one comment I
Come
get
on.
on my SNL
Don't be
videos
special.
is WTF.
I'm sorry for saying that.
That's the number one comment. I must have got it,
It
literally
hurts.
300
Literally
times.
hurts.
Saying, no, it doesn't even hurt. It's just
No,
unoriginal.
no, it hurts me because of how stupid it is, dude.
Okay, can you explain to me why people say what the fuck? Like, I know it's a common phrase, but to hear it 300 times and that's the one expression? Like, WTF or saying what the fuck? Like, why was that like so like important?
We are all sheeple.
I mean, yeah,
We're
okay.
all sheeple.
Okay, like it's not an insult to say that.
It's a
but
conspiracy,
it's just like
man.
old. The fact of
old.
the matter is that
So passe.
hey, wake up call, dude. You're blowing up my phone. Every time you fucking comment, my bell goes off. And I'm unlike other YouTubers. I actually friggin' respond to the shit.
Yeah.
And I want to know what's going on. Just like a smaller YouTuber would. They would know who's commenting, who's subscribing.
Not
I
only
don't
that,
get a notification when you
He's not a
subscribe.
fucking
But I do
sociopath,
when you
guys.
comment.
He fucking is a good person. He's fucking quality. And he doesn't deserve to be called that by random people that don't know
Deserve
how
to be called
fucking
what?
everything fucking
I
yeah,
don't
it's
deserve
just
definitely to be called.
he's our
a racial slur
consciousness,
because
a
of-
racial
hello.
slur, really? He is 100% Colombian, first generation. He is beautiful.
I've been called
We
Jewish
all are.
slurs.
It's just
black
trash.
slurs.
I don't
A lot
want
of
to,
slurs,
you know,
like,
it's
what
just
the hell?
trash. Like, what the hell? That's all. That's my opinion.
It's crazy.
So, no one said anything. Just everyone that said everything on the channel. It's unoriginal, repetitive, old, passe. Fucking.
Now I did have
That's
a
all.
hilarious show that if you go and search for on my channel,
They
called
hate comments,
Bad
like
Comments.
racial slurs.
It was a series that I would just
Give
read
an
the
example of
comments.
some of the.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull
Some of
them
the
up.
question marks.
I'm gonna pull them up on the screen right now. I wasn't expecting to do this,
Mhm.
so I didn't have the comments pulled up. I'm going to read them for you.
Don't you think that? So it blows up his phone, and don't you guys think that that does something? He has to ingest
If
that.
I was getting like,
He's like literally
70
getting
comments
irate.
a day,
Irate, man. Come
I have to
on.
mute the notifications And then I was like, nah, let me leave them on. And I hear different people's reaction to it, and it makes me laugh.
It makes me laugh too. But
That some people get so mad about it. I mean,
have your brain aneurysm. You need
the only thing that gets me mad, I would say, is when I reply to them. Very rare does this ever happen, and they respond to my reply and they create a long thread. Maybe not even that makes me mad, but if I'm commenting on something and it's not one of my videos, and we get in an argument, then it's kind of stupid. Okay, so
what's up?
we're gonna go ahead and check this out. Can you hold that and point it at the TV for a second?
Yeah. So you guys, I have neurological shaking.
Hold on.
So bear with me. I can't take a picture. It actually pisses me off every day, but I'm used to it. So bear with me. I'm a real human being as well. I'm a sovereign entity. I have a consciousness and I care for what people say, Hell yeah.
Okay, all right. So
yeah.
here is Sean Withers. He said,
Funny, but
quote unquote, hold on just a second. Let me get through here.
Like, Jesus, people are like having high blood pressure.
Okay.
When you put this bullshit.
When I take a squat, what passes is infinitely more interesting. Okay. You know what? That's funny because if he did that on the Frank Sinatra video, I would say, I got chunks of guys like you in my stool. All right. Who is this wannabe? This is from Carlo Giavassi, and he commented on more cowbell.
Dude, I read these too. They notify every single time. And it's like, it makes me laugh, but it's like, to what point? Come on, trash again, like I said.
Okay, here's Patrick Shanahan, and his comment, if you go most recent comments on SNL Angry Chris Farley Colombian coffee beans sketch.
Yeah, what's up? Sorry, I took that.
And I want to see if I can do the old comments first, because the old ones are more funny. They got really unoriginal.
They were the first one.
Let's see.
But they're also like, are they more hardcore or what? Like, or are they the first? Is that? Anyway, every second it blows up his phone.
Okay, here we go.
Silly.
On the best of SNL, the luck of the Irish.
People have depression. I have.
Amos the Bard said, show the skit, you talentless hack. And then I replied back that famous SNL skit quote right there when Andy Samberg is impersonating Nick Cage. That's high praise. This person just called me straight up
No, zero replies, show.
ass.
Oh my god,
Ariel
so fucking
Staffing.
funny! Oh! Fucking kill me.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little bit extreme.
This person was stupid. He said, what's your address?
Bro. What's your address? Fuck you. I wanna like... These people are really angry and it's sad to see this. I would like to see people succeed. See people thrive and like... Oh, there's...
Mind block. Holly replied to this.
That's me.
What a prize prick. She said, find something better to do than putting other people down. What a prize prick.
You know, what you do comes back around. I have a testimony that, you know, you reap what you sow. So if you're putting out negativity, you will receive that as well. And I've had that in my life a lot. I've had bad luck for being a, you know.
Okay.
And
the best of SNL. People are mad because this is not on YouTube, the original video. I don't believe. Unless it was recently posted and shared because of my video. Okay. I'm reporting you to the cops. You killed that skit faster than the 5th Jack Belushi killed in Animal House.
Oh wow,
I don't
did a
know.
fucking 12-year-old write that?
Okay, this person I love right here because he understands the channel. It's peak cringe.
That's okay.
That's what I am.
That's
I'm
okay.
a cringe show.
That's not a racial slur.
I
That's
love
not
being called
fucking
cringe. I try to be
trash.
cringe.
That's
I
okay.
find cringe hilarious.
Cringe is awesome. We watch Succession. That's cringy as hell. We watch random shit. You know, and a lot of stuff in life is cringy, and that's the funniest shit out there. Funniest media is the cringe, you know. So, you know, it's just like, you're putting that out there, and you're gonna receive that back in some way. I know that you will, and I do too. We all
So
do.
if you guys are interested, just go to the SNL and look at recent comments.
Yeah.
And you'll see what I'm talking about.
Fucking fun.
And you can reply to these guys if you want. And look, check this. Ross Fitzgerald wrote, "What a freaking nightmare. Pathetic." And that was on the video, Best of SNL, Chris
And
Farley.
dude, like,
On my El Nino
that's like a
video,
bad mindset.
Master Shake
You're a
wrote,
sociopath.
"What the fuck is this garbage?" All right. Now, I don't reply to stuff unless I see it at the time on my phone.
Yeah.
If it's more than a couple days old, it looks kind of desperate replying to shit. Just like liking a girl's photo, like many years later, like you're trolling.
Oh, no.
So I don't often look at the
I
old
really-
comments.
yeah,
Neither do I reply to them if it's old. So if you could reply to some of these older comments, that would be pretty dope. If you are interested in trolling, because you're totally trolling. Now this offends me, okay? This offends me right here. This reply I get a lot. Well, that was cancer. This was cancer.
You know, that really,
Best of SNL, Lord
that gets
Damien
absorbed in his
96.
psyche. He gets pollution.
I don't see any funny ones here.
It's
I'd have to
not
go
really
down
that
to like
funny.
years ago.
He gets pollution.
The reason why the cancer one annoys me
Pollution.
is because I had another troll said,
What the
"I
fuck,
hope you
guys?"
get cancer, and I hope your troll kids get cancer." Some guy told me that. He hoped that I
He's
get
had a
cancer,
hard
and
life.
that I don't even
Mom
have
was a
kids.
fucking orphan.
I don't even have kids, and they said, "I hope that I get
Kids.
cancer."
Fucking psycho.
And I'm like, what? Because, and that was on my YouTube video. Guess what? That troll wasn't even from SNL. Because I called out his stupid skull group, what do you call skull group, die group, clan on Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. And I saw that they were exploiting, and basically they don't think that exploiting glitches is cheating. And because I said that Skull Group, the online clan,
Were you gonna ask? I hear about like anorexia or
we are currently on break. We'll be back after these messages. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for bearing with me. To my loyal 2 viewers, and I will make sure that this connection of the live stream does not happen. That was my fault. I had a warning about it. I ignored it. I got caught up in the commenting, and I don't want to show you the messy stuff. Although I did just get that couch. I just bought it because my dad's coming over tomorrow, and I wanted a place for him to relax while we watch TV, because we used to have 2 couches, but now we just have 1 couch, and I just got that better, and I don't want to see the massive background. I don't want you to see ugly stuff, but I was rudely interrupted by technology. But we are back, and I apologize for the delay. And
How fucking dare you, human?
and yeah, so
I apologize for my
I would like to
foul
know.
language.
I would like to know if it's all right. If you would like to keep talking about the trolling comments. Ollie is currently on break as well. Yes, that's right. You heard right. We're live. We're back. And I'm here to do whatever you guys want to in the comments. So
Hell yeah.
I got one comment
Yeah, what's
from
up?
a very special viewer
Okay.
that was right here in the chat. Big applause!
Woo!
Big round of applause, ladies
You
and
are
gentlemen.
the best!
Round of applause for
Woo! Come on.
Preston Marshall.
Preston Marshall!
Because I believe he asked me to do the
beautiful
Sloppy
entity.
Joe song, so that will be an upcoming video. A Best of SNL
Beautiful
Sloppy
soul.
Joe, Adam Sandler song. And
Bless your life.
what I want to ask you, Holly,
Yeah, what's up?
is
Mhm.
what is your ideal sponsor that you would like to see sponsor this video? Because I have an idea right here. Let me get the product.
Okay.
We have this beautiful Suave lotion, only $19.99. Just kidding. So we don't have any promotional obligations today, or emotional obligations today. But I'm sorry about that. Now I just bought this for you.
Emotional.
Tell me why you need the lotion.
Alright, guys, I'm going to open up to you about something really traumatic for me. So, okay. So, you know, mental health is a real thing. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's real. Gravity, bacteria, you can't see that. You can't see certain things of light, you know, etc. I believe in God, and I think that I really do, and I praise His name, you know, Jesus. Woo! But I'm just, you know, this is something I really struggled with, and it caused me to dive deep into an anorexic eating disorder where I went to 78 pounds, and I stayed anorexic from ages 12 to 21. Overcame it, which is awesome because I don't feel like a prisoner anymore. I'm actually happy. I'm fat and happy. I love myself, and you have to love yourself before you can love others. So anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the real thing that really has haunted me to this date. And I've been diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, and I have also been diagnosed with skin picking disorder. It's called dermatillomania. There's also another name for it. And
Tomorrow we're gonna show you the wounds, or sorry, not tomorrow. We're gonna have a busy time partying, but next time we podcast,
yeah,
you're not gonna have any makeup on. We're gonna be legit.
absolutely.
Talk about the wounds, and we'll get into it further. But go ahead, give us some background about that.
All right, so this is really tender shit.
This is the reason why this video is gonna be private after the initial premiere.
So I would watch my mom pick. She was really self-conscious. She'd always ask if she was pretty every second, and so I started worrying about if I was pretty. I would watch her pick a lot, and so I started picking my skin when I was 9 years old. I pick every inch of my body before I ever was on any medication. I had never tried drugs or anything till I was 18, or psych meds or anything. So, we're smoking when I was 19, but like, this skin picking disorder made it so I stopped going to my junior high. when I was 12, and I went severely anorexic because I was embarrassed, and I wouldn't eat lunch, and then it turned to something extreme to where I was trying to control my life, something in my life, an aspect of my life, because I've had a really unstable, traumatic life. There was no stability the whole time, and so I was trying to control something. And anyway, the picking disorder is related to my obsessive compulsive disorder. It was so embarrassing. I had open sores on my face, huge open sores, and I had a crush on my teacher in 8th grade, and that's why I stopped going to class, was because I was embarrassed to see him. I still got straight A's, but I felt like I didn't deserve those A's, so I repeated that grade voluntarily. No one told me to, but I got straight A's, and I was like, why did I get straight A's? Like, that's not, I didn't deserve that, so I repeated fucking that grade, and I was sent to alternative schools and boarding school. But anyway, that's another story for another time. Really traumatic shit. But picking disorder, I've been to therapy. I've asked therapists. I've been to dermatologists. I fucking someone's being nice, and they said they have respect. That's cool. I appreciate it, guys. What goes around comes around. What you reap, you sow. I know you do. I've seen it in my life, the good and the bad. But yeah, dude. So this dermatillomania, skin picking disorder, has affected my self-esteem so bad. I don't even have acne, dude. I would pick every inch of my body. I'd pick and it's like, it made me really embarrassed. Because like, now that I'm older, an adult, it looks like, now I get embarrassed that I look like a tweaker or something, because sometimes people that are associated with meth, pick, but that's not what it is. I have obsessive compulsive disorder. I've been doing this since I was 9, and I hate every second of it. I don't like it, and I pick my face till it's bloody, and it's really fucking depressing. And I hate it. I can't control myself. I've tried. I've gone to therapy, but I would not go to my junior high class, and that weakened my self-esteem, and I lost weight, and I stopped eating, and then I was stopping hungry. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Yeah. I only smoke marijuana, and I plan on quitting eventually and being completely sober of every substance, including alcohol on vacation. I do like the taste of beer. Anyway, I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, no, I just it's not a good look. So it's just it's really affected my self-esteem, because I create sores all over my body. When I was 13, I hated that I couldn't do anything with my face, because it was so bad. Big sores everywhere. And I had a huge crush on my 8th grade teacher. Quit going to class altogether. I was going to a private charter school with only a couple kids in junior high. And Elena looks like a tweaker. Uh-oh. So anyway, yeah, I don't like that stuff. That's nasty shit. Does nasty shit to your brain. But okay, so this picking thing, I can't control it. It's fucking obsessive compulsive disorder. It's a real thing, dude. It's a mental health issue. And Marco's the only thing that's helped me move forward and make progress. And it really brings me a lot of hope, and because I've been doing the same thing over and over, and I'm dude, I'm fucking doomed. I'm fucking insane, and it fucking is depressing that I don't have control over it, because I never had control over anything in my life. And yeah, you know what's funny? My dermatologist actually said, I wish that I could prescribe you mittens. He was serious. He's like, I literally wish I could prescribe you mittens. He's like, what are you doing? But yeah, when I was 13, I moved from my face to picking my arms, and now I don't have any scars. They luckily healed up. But guys, I have to tell you something. Yeah, mittens? maybe for real. Maybe because like when I'm anxious, bored, nervous, I get anxiety a lot. I feel empty. I sometimes do it. It's really, really depressing, the results, and it hurts. It hurts me emotionally, like, because I can't like stop it, and it makes me think that like I'm fucking retarded, even though I'm not. Sorry for saying the R word. That's not cool. So anyway, I started picking my arms, and then like one of my mom's millions of boyfriends was like, what's wrong with your arms? Like everyone fucking, like I couldn't pick anywhere on my body, so I like picked every inch of my body. And then they sent me to a Mormon boarding school where I spent my entire teen years because I was anorexic. I went down to 78 pounds, and it was really horrible. I was being really abused at home in many different ways, and my mom was really evil. She's a narcissist and really, really hard shit, and with a lot of guys, and they told, someone told her, a life coach I was going to, told her because I had an anxiety attack, and she lied. She lies about me all the time. She really does. She makes up fabrications. I don't even know my mom because she's lied to me about everything. She lied to me about how I got my name, my middle name, and like, it's Marisa. She's like, I went to Mexico on a life mission church, and she just tells me all these elaborate lies, and like, I'm fucking like traumatized. Like, who is this fucking psycho lady? She's like literally out to destroy my life. She's made lies up about me. She's like, Holly tried to kill me 5 different times. Dude, I've never fucking like hurt anyone. I'm very compassionate, and it's not fucking fair. She makes up lies. I gave my son up for adoption, voluntarily. I had him for 2.5 years, and that was really rough. And like, there was a lot of things going on. I got raped by my neighbor violently. He was gonna kill me, and it was really fucking traumatic. I lost my house. I became homeless, and all my family is really Mormon, and I'm not. So they put me. Yeah, she's psycho, dude. She thinks she's like Alanis Morissette. She's so vain. She owns her massage therapy college, and she would torture me. She like made me take pictures of her over, and she sent me to boarding school from like 13 to 18, dude, till I graduated high school. And then my dad was gonna send me back when I was 17, again, a third time. I literally had a plan. I was gonna go hide out till I was 18 if he was gonna send me back a third time, because he was gonna send me back because I watched a rated R movie called Stephen King. Like, I love Stephen King. My dad raised me reading that shit, and he's like traumatized me reading that shit when I was a fucking little kid, like little 3-year-old reading Stephen King and like showing me all this shit. And then he fucking gets mad at me at 17, and like, it's like, you have to go fucking back to the program. Like, fucking kill me, dude. I had a plan. I was gonna fucking run away.
Tell them what the program is.
So the program was a hellhole where you couldn't talk. You couldn't talk to any girls. There was 39 girls there at a time. I was there from 13 to 18 is where you go and your dreams die. I wanted to go to the Air Force Academy. I went and toured it, and I had dreams. And my dad always sent me to alternative school, and like, I was like a bad kid when I never did any drugs. I was never doing anything. He was just
okay,
like,
baby.
It was really hard, and he sent me to alternative school, and like, which was whatever. I don't care about that, but the boarding school was traumatic because I spent my whole teen years, and I didn't get to socialize. I was really stressed out, cause like, I stayed on level 1 for years. I'm not really hungry, babe. Thank you, though. But I stayed on level 1, which means you can't talk to anyone at all, period. Not even if you raise your hand. And I was on like level 1 for like over a year, and I did everything perfect, and they like kept consequencing me and making me lose points, and I was...
What's a consequence?
A consequence, they had major and minor consequences. Minor consequence was -2 points, okay? And a major consequence was -5 points. And you had to write a 10,000 handwritten word essay in addition. part of the consequence. And you had to go do it at the back table, which meant that you didn't get to participate in group therapy or group. And
shout out to Preston once again in the comment section. That's so nice, your last comment in the live comment section, saying you got someone to hold you.
Thank you guys.
You're good now.
Thank
Time
you
to
for
appreciate all the
seeing
good
me as a
around you.
human. Amen.
It's really, really good. And
that is a good comment.
I really appreciate you, Preston.
That's beautiful.
And I did see your comment that you did last time you were on my comment section, and that was from Gumby. And I did do about 2 more videos since my Best of SNL Gumby. But which is cool that you commented on that, because I had not done an SNL video because they troll so much, dude. So I had not done an SNL video in like, I think a year since the Gumby one. And yeah, it was literally August of 2020 that I did the O.J. Simpson interrupts a live news feed SNL video from, he interrupts the ESPN Classic with Jason Sudeikis and Will Forte. And that's one of my favorite SNL skits that I've ever reenacted.
Funny,
my favorite, not SNL skit of all time, my favorite SNL skit is Dysfunctional Family Feud. Dysfunctional Family Feud. The favorite video of me that I've done is ESPN Classic. That was funny. So thank you. I did see that you commented on Gumby. And I would love you to comment it more often. It really hurts my feelings when Duber Scoobert and other people don't comment, because I love super surged when I see Dubert, because he's just, the reason why I gave him so much props is I don't really know when you guys are watching, but I know when you're commenting. So the people that comment the most, it's okay. The reason why I know that he watches because he's just commented more than you, Preston. So that's why I remember him. Mm-hmm. And I also did like a huge shout out on him on one of my podcasts. That's a pretty good version of my podcast that I did last time. And I don't know if I should add myself as a moderator because you guys are not seeing my comments in the comment section. But I will put a link in the description of this podcast that I did. I think it's one of my favorite podcasts of my career. This is about episode 100 and I want to say 117 or 127, something like that. So, but of all the podcasts I've done, my last one I really enjoyed, and I did them a lot 2 years ago. And dude, I did not know that you've been watching for 7 years. That is awesome. Did you say you want to say something?
Yeah.
I wanted to complete my thought, babe.
Okay. Sorry.
So,
I have ADHD. I've been diagnosed with that. Like testing. I did a neuropsychological exam. I've done like, I had to testify for like a rape when I was raped on a cruise ship when I was 13. I won a settlement and I had to go testify for that and get a polygraph test, and that was really traumatic.
We don't want to talk about the ongoing legal matter. #alleged.
Yeah. So.
But we will talk about the other ones that weren't legal.
Yeah.
Just so we're not putting anything on.
Yeah. No, thank you.
But
no, the program, like, you could only earn 2 points total from each group if you participated perfectly. And they'd scream at us, they were abusive, they wouldn't let us tell, like, oh, I did win, the money's gone. My ex-husband destroyed my life, but I'm starting over fresh. Everyone gets a chance to start over fresh, and you can be better and a new person and grow forward. My ex-husband was really abusive, and like I said, I gave my son up for adoption. For a lot of reasons, I was being pressured into the corner to do it by everyone in my family. They were being really abusive, saying, making threats. Logan was making threats. I was intimidated. I was homeless. I could have I apologize for, I could have been homeless, and they were taking my disability. I had just barely gone on disability, and I really needed it. I had really severe postpartum depression, like severe, guys, and that shit's real, and it's fucking hard, dude. It takes over your fucking mind, and I had just gotten raped and stuff and lost my house, so, you know, I could have kept him, but I gave him up for adoption because I love him more than I've ever loved anyone, and more than I ever thought I could love. My mom hated me. She seeks to destroy me. She's very vain, and she's mad. She thinks she's in competition with me, and I don't care about her. Like, I don't fucking want to be in this competition. Like, I don't never asked to be, and, you know, I was a pawn and shit, and I'm like, fucking, she likes to see me destroyed. She likes to see me fat, and she likes to hear that I commit suicide and shit, and it's like fucking evil. Like, I thought you could have a family. I thought in a fantasy idea that there was this idea that you'd have at least someone that you could go to, family that, someone out there that you could go to for support and love. And my dad taught me that, like, unconditional love. He literally told me, my dad's weird. He's like super Mormon. He was really emotionally abusive, really evil. But more of the abuse came from my mom and shit. But he was like, there's no such thing as unconditional love. I beg to differ. He said that, like, all the time, because the Mormon people, they believe that, like, everything is based on works, but that's not true. Jesus said it is done. He saved us. And so you don't have to work your way to heaven, but, like,
and this goes into the conversation where we had at the beginning of the podcast about how to get to heaven, because the guy who blew smoke in my face when you were blowing smoke in my face reminded me about that conversation. So he admitted to being a lying thief and, by God's standards, a murderer. So I'm like, how are you going to go to heaven if you admitted to me by God's standards, hatred is murder, and being racist is prejudice, is hatred, is in God's eyes.
Racism is hatred. Is hell.
Being racist
Straight to hell.
and hatred against homophobic people are racist and hatredful. So that is all sinful to hate someone. So to be a lying thief and a murderer, I'm like, and you think you're going to go to heaven? And so he blows smoke in my face and shit. But we're having a good conversation. It's like nice. And
did you ever get like an uncomfortable Me Too vibe?
No, of course not.
You were fine?
Not in that conversation.
Did you feel like uncomfortable that he was like because you know, even as a kid, that like everyone's lies and shit. Well,
yeah, that's the thing. Everybody has, according to the high religious standard. Now, we don't all live by this high religious standard, but just as long as we're talking about it, some people are devout and some people just have it in their heart. And the thing about this standard is it's called the Ten Commandments. Really quick, it's rebellion, idolatry, blasphemy, Sabbath breaking, parental dishonor, murder, adultery, theft, lying, and covetousness. And so, like,
God is very loving. I testify that to you. I've been through a lot of shit.
Think that they can be perfect, but you can't, because everybody has rebellion. Everybody has
on the fucking program,
has murder and hatred in their heart. So I told this guy, what would you say if you stood before God, bearing in mind that you're lying, thief, and murder? What would you tell him? What is the reason that you'll get into heaven? Because time doesn't forgive sin. Like, only God forgives sin. If you want to get into the actual theology of it all.
Can I tell you my opinion with repentance? I kind of have this is my own opinion. I don't know if it's like LDS or whatever.
The bottom line is you have to trust in him. You guys to live a good life, just have trust.
Just trust.
Faith. Keep the faith, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson says.
Have faith the grain of a mustard seed. And miracles will come to pass. I promise you guys. I have had really bad shit happen. I've tested. I've had the devil come to me in a dream when I was married to my ex-husband, doing like bad stuff before my son even existed, and got over that shit. Brought me into a really bad world of hell, and overcame it. But the paranormal is real. Paranormal meaning like what you can't see.
My friend
Of good.
Universalism. Dubert
evil.
Scoobert said,
But
if
God
there is
is
a heaven,
good.
everyone is going there. That
Very
is
loving.
what Barack Hussein Obama, who was president when I created this channel. That's why I'm President Polo. I am President Polo because of the incomparable Barack Obama. Barack Mike Drock Obama.
He's awesome.
He is...
My dad doesn't like him because
he is, I believe,
creepy.
not only
My dad's
universalist, but
creepy.
Unitarian, which is that particular theology that says that we all go to heaven when we die. I suppose there are caveats to that. Like Gilbert Skipper, you don't believe Hitler would go to heaven. I mean, no one would go to that way, right? But Mormons do
that
because
guy
they say
on Better
the
Call
third
Saul?
heaven or something.
Jimmy McGill, he's with David Cross, and he's like,
Who's that guy?
wouldn't be heaven.
Who's that? Oh, you're talking about the skit. The skit that
Sorry,
was
guys.
on
He's gonna
Mr.
explain.
Show. The Netflix episodes where a little kid went to heaven and he saw Hitler there.
He's like,
so anyway,
it wouldn't be heaven if
so
everyone.
So Goober, to answer that question,
the skit.
Look, if you say no moral God would create creatures of free will and then punish them for using it.
Listen.
So like that also ties into like, why is there cancer? Why is there suffering in the world, right? Why would a moral God do that? Because according to the theology and the religion of it all, which you are free to disagree with and cancel out if you want, but according to that religion of it all, God is just. And because God is a just God, he cannot turn a blind eye to crime, to spiritual crimes, of racism, of murder. He can't turn a blind eye to it. So like, if there is lying, and we all agree that we're all liars.
Yes.
And we all think it's no big deal. But if you think about the punishment, because the Bible does say, and you're free to disagree with this.
Yeah,
completely.
Absolutely.
It's a free country.
Absolutely.
The Bible does say that all liars have their part in the lake of fire. And so if it's true that the people are going to hell for telling a lie,
are we battling with real spiritual shit?
Then
is it are we having war with actual entities?
Well, Ephesians 6 says we are.
I believe that we are.
If we're all guilty of lying and therefore deserve hell.
God is real and the devil is real.
That just shows you how serious
is so much better and powerful.
How serious lying is to God.
Shit.
That's all it shows you. Because if you open the newspaper and see that Trump was impeached, you're like, oh, that isn't a big deal. It wasn't convicted, and MAGA, and this was a fraudulent election.
Ew.
And MAGA.
Ew, kill me.
And
I hate Trump so much.
So he goes in one, he says 2 Corinthians. Is that the one you like? He goes, I'm here at Liberty University, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Is that the one you like? I liked it, he says. But if you read he got impeached, that's one thing. Okay, but if you read that he was convicted and sentenced to 29 consecutive life sentences,
should the words of a
then you know what he
matter?
did should have been really serious, right?
Should
I go to Fifth Avenue and should somebody. And people would still
should a president set an example
But I already said that. I voted for Hillary Clinton.
Should the president act trashy? And,
I did vote for John McCain.
And say, I'm going to grab a woman's vagina.
But yeah, so
is that classy? Really?
My point is,
out loud.
Not to get distracted. This is President Polo. We are going to talk about politics for this minute, which we don't always do. But my point is that if he was convicted of 29 consecutive life sentences, then you know what he did was really bad. So
evil almost.
The punishment is reflective of the crime in the Bible. So it shows you that, okay, your question was, so if I made rats, I wouldn't punish them for acting like rats. Free agency. I don't want to go off on this tangent because I do want to make a comment on the page.
I could go existential talk for guys.
I'm going to go ahead and go back. If heaven exists, we're all going there. No one will create creatures of evil and punish them.
God is very loving. Can I talk for a second?
No, I have to do this. Sorry. So anyway, so it is a serious crime, and that's why hell is there. But it wasn't created for us. It wasn't intended for us. It was created for the devil and his angels. But that we're sent there only because what we do is so egregious in his eyes. And because he's just. And that's the thank you, man. Yeah, we should comment on that later. But that is the technical. I don't ask you to believe in this.
You do
I
not.
am not asking you.
No.
I'm not asking for your money. I'm not asking for you to join a church.
Do not.
Okay, I am
with
just
us.
discussing it because this is a podcast.
It's a podcast.
This is not the Joe Rogan Experience.
Is that the one?
Okay, I am not peddling
Is that the
ivermectin.
one you like? Ivermectin.
But it is pertinent,
I got the vaccine.
just like my SNL video defense. It's not clickbait. It is pertinent to the discussion.
Pertinent.
So, if someone would not be killed, it wasn't in God's will to have them taken. Someone wouldn't be a victim of racial prejudice if it wasn't in the stars for said event to happen. Okay, so basically my point was going back to that thing where we all go to heaven, and I was talking about Barack Obama, who also believes that. And Billy Graham, televangelist, one of the most famous guys in the world, towards the end of his death, he also believed that.
Thank you.
But Billy Graham, he said this quote. He said, mass crusades, those are the like concert-like things that he would do with like thousands of people there. He said, mass crusades to which I've devoted my life will not do the job. But one-to-one will. One-to-one is what he said. Will not do the job, but one-to-one conversations will. And he believed that all people are going to heaven in the end. And so did Barack Obama. So it's a trend that big leaders believe this.
Joe Smith diddle kids.
And
Sorry.
And really what that is saying is that God is Santa Claus. And he's a good God.
Right?
He's a good God that doesn't punish anyone except puts coals in their stockings and tells them, And but they all get gifts and they all present. He's the big guy in the sky that's happy. And
God's a father.
And yes, God, you do think God is, yeah, I mean, yes.
God does give you everything you pray for.
You're cutting me off. I have to,
I'm
it's
sorry.
a very important subject.
I'm sorry, guys.
There's
Being
nothing more
really
important
rude.
than eternal salvation, because if it's true,
Amen.
people are going to suffer in hell for eternity, then we would be depravedly indifferent and should be held liable in a court of law for letting people suffer for eternity and not doing anything.
Amen. I'm sorry,
But
guys.
so you're kind of, but it's so important. But the point is that yes, like if it's true that there is no punishment and there is no. I mean, think about this: 250,000 murders go unsolved every year in America. If someone raped your mother and slit her throat, wouldn't you want that person to be brought to justice
Almost fucking
by
happened
God?
to me.
That's why there's a hell, right?
That's scary.
But my point is that yes, God isn't going to send anyone to hell. Your God isn't going to send anyone to hell. Yes, because your God doesn't exist. He's a figment of your imagination. That goes into the second one, idolatry. You should not create a graven God in your mind. To me, God is like this. He's a nice God up in the sky and doesn't send anyone to hell. But that is just theology and grandstanding and not what this podcast was intending to be in the outright. But it's beautiful to talk about these things. So a lot of people say this: you suffer in the mortal realm. There's nothing. There's enough suffering in the mind. So, Dubert, how was your day going? How you doing today, Dubert? You having a good time? Having a good time? Is today good? How's life good? You having a good time? Because I'm asking because I love you. You're my man. And how you doing? Are you doing
I
good?
love you, man.
And if you're doing so
You got
good,
this.
then it ain't hell, is it?
Jesus loves you.
You're great. You're having a great day.
God bless.
So if it's so great, then it can't be hell, because hell ain't great.
We're on
So,
purgatory.
yes. It is true that this is hell sometimes, but
Yeah.
but if you look into that kind of grim description of hell. It's the blackness of darkness forever, quote unquote. There is no sleep, no rest day or night. The smoke of the ash of their torment, it quote says, ascends up forever and ever. And it is fire, quote, unquenchable. So we know that doesn't sound like very nice.
You get pineapples shoved up your ass.
Yeah, just like you were having really brutal pain about that chemical burn. And you're like, you never knew that
Essential
much pain. That you never knew so much pain.
Are you
So
talking
it's
about
like
the bath
you
I was
think that,
taking?
and then it puts everything into perspective. But yeah, so basically what that religion teaches is that you have to trust him. And that's the meaning of life. Is
Amen.
Trusting Jesus, and it's all about him. According to that theology, is to just trust him, because when you trust him, you put on the saving grace. You put on the Lord like a parachute. You don't even just believe in him; you trust in him with all your heart, and that's what that's all about. So a lot of people think they know it all, but they don't even know the meaning of life,
Preston says he's
because
having a good
they're
day.
just around all about themselves. Like the meaning of life is, number one, get out of your own mind and stop thinking about you. It's not all about you. And when you realize that, then you can be happy.
You know, that is crazy. This is like deeper shit. It's another level. Like you have to go through a lot of shit and reach rock bottom.
Duber Scoober, that is his whole mission. Okay, yes, it is
Multiple
ridiculous.
times.
It is ridiculous
And then
that
you
people are going to hell.
understand.
Absolutely agree with you. You said
It's
choosing to put people in eternal fire is very cruel. And what does God get out of this endeavor? I agree with you.
I agree
to
with
the
you.
question, what does God get out of this endeavor? This makes no sense. And Corinthians says, the preaching of the cross is foolishness to them that are perishing. Okay, it says that. And why does it seem like foolishness?
The Bible is
because
good.
Because he's trying to humble you, so you realize, oh yeah, a guy did get into the belly of a giant fish.
He's very loving. He's a
And
dad.
that's really hard to believe, but I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb here and
I know
believe
from
it.
experience.
And he's looking for the people that
whips
go on
my
the limb and
ass
believe
if I,
these
like,
outrageous
Do
things.
something jerkish.
And
Crazy. I can't get away with anything. Like I did
And the
something
point
bad
is
once, and I get
that,
fucking ass slammed. The
that
universe,
salvation
God.
is a gift, and going to heaven is a gift. Wouldn't that be a gift if you get that paradise forevermore? Obviously, it's a gift. You're given it. And it says, peradventure, that God would grant repentance, the acknowledging of the truth. Being that he grants it, he grants you the power to change, to give up drugs, to stop being loose with the laws, self-indulgent asshole.
Yeah,
And
don't be an
he gives you the
asshole.
desire
At least keep it to
to
yourself.
tell the truth instead of lie, rather than
Just kidding.
rather than lie and
Love
tell the truth.
yourself. Come on.
And
You're worth it.
and it's just the fact that God doesn't. Well, he's willing that not any should perish. It says, but that all will come to repentance. He's not willing that. He's desperately. That's the only reason why. Well, the world has not come to an end yet. You think about the news and like global
desperate
warming
to save
and all
all
this.
of the finite
I believe that the world is going to live for at least a couple thousand years more.
I agree, actually.
And because he's trying to save as many people as possible. He's like scrambling.
He loves
crying,
you guys.
crying. In the Bible, Jesus
anti-Mormon.
cried
I hate
because he was
rebellious
thinking
church
about
'cause it's
people
bullshit.
who wouldn't let him gather them under his wing like a mother hen does
wrestle
her
not with-
chicks, because they wouldn't let him do it. He cries.
We literally
so God is like
deal with
really,
demons.
really like Holly right now, crying
Demons.
and picking his skin and bawling. And just praying. Jesus is an intercessor. He's just praying for everyone because he wants the best for everyone.
You guys need to know this.
But it's not that you have a wonderful plan bullshit.
No. It's a different...
You know who has a plan? The devil.
Life is not
There's a
like
rotten
that.
plan for
There's
your
not
life.
a plan. You choose your own free agency and you reap what you sow. And unfortunately, there is negative and bad. There's negative and positive consequences to each action. You don't get to choose your consequence, but you get to choose the choice that you make. And God is extremely loving, but he also will explain, and he had clarity to me because I was like...
So I see your comment here that saying it would be like creating a bell and then kicking it. Now, it's a very fine and understandable train of thought and conviction, but here's the thing.
It's
So,
another level. It's
We
harder
know
to explain.
what this ancient book says,
Takes
and
a
it's
long time to
all
explain.
agreed by archaeologists that this thing was written many
I know.
over the course of many hundreds
Why would you want to
of
destroy
years.
someone? Hate
The
someone
Bible was
over
written and compiled.
love?
So we know it's actually a thing, and it actually has words. And here's the thing: it has one intended meaning
Someone's
in everything
nice
that
to
it
me,
says.
it makes
It's
me
not
wanna
open
be
for
nice to
interpretation.
everyone.
The author has context
It
and an
affects
intended
me.
meaning when he
People are nice to
writes.
me. It changes my
So
life.
we know what it
Changes my day when
says.
people are nice to me because I've never been treated nice by anyone. And my mom fucking makes up lies and tries to destroy me.
And so when you argue with the
Reputation
fact of
is
what
so
the Bible
sad.
says,
It's
and
really
you disagree
evil
with
how
it,
your own parents
then
can
think
be
of
so
this:
fucking.
you are judging
I didn't
it,
think
right?
that
So
would be
who am I
fair or
to sit on the throne and judge God and say, God, you are this,
But my
you are
perspectives
like
are
a
different.
man creating a dog and pissing on it. So we, unperfect that we are
It's hard.
saying that we are
We don't
above
have
God
God's
and
thoughts.
looking down on him
We
and
don't have
judging
God's
him
thoughts.
and saying, you're the liar
explain.
and you're the murderer and you're the thief. So we're judging God. I mean, that doesn't sound right. And we know what it says because we can look it up. But it is very fantastical.
It's intense.
And it doesn't make sense.
There's many layers.
It's like
It's
Chinese to people.
You have to have spiritual eyes, and you
But
like.
that's why he spoke in parables on purpose.
I've had a lot of
purpose.
spiritual experiences.
Because he
and
only wants people that hear him and understand him.
I listen. I'm listening.
Those are the
to him.
people
I'm
that
trying my
truly
best. It's
become
hard.
fulfilled
So hard. I have
and that
temptation every day.
understand and then become happy
Hard
and
shit.
give God the glory that
I don't know why it's hard. It's so stupid. Like, why is it hard to fucking. Like, my mental illness is such a hard thing. Like, my obsessive compulsive disorder, it's haunted me. Like,
If you take it back to the
my hands
beginning,
to their bloody
if you
when
take
I
it
was
back to the
8.
beginning, right? People believe that we evolved into
Eric says,
apes,
"What's going on?"
and others believe that we. Hey, bro! Eric
man,
Church
Eric.
entered the chat.
Woo! His
Eric Church
audio's
entered into
muted.
the chat. Uh-oh, sorry.
Oh, babe.
Let me go ahead and go live, so I will see if I'm really muted. Okay, yeah, we're live.
Jesus is real. you won't miss out on anything. You'll make your life worth it. I've been through the fucking ringer. I'm gonna have an aneurysm on fucking camera. Listen to me. Believe in him. Have faith, the smallest of a mustard seed. Pray to him. Have faith. Keep praying. Keep praying. It's God's timing. It sounds like bullshit. I didn't believe that. Years ago, I fucking was looking at posters and having panic posters on the freeway that said, "Are you going to heaven or hell?" I grew up in a really psycho family with like super psychotic Mormon, and then my mom's like Buddhist now. She's like, "Yeah, I'm so fucking righteous," and she's psycho too, but that's like, she's really evil. But anyway, what was I talking about, Marco? Sorry guys, I have
talking about the very beginning of time.
what? What,
Yeah.
what was I saying?
I don't know what you were saying, but that's
No,
what
what
we're
was
talking
I
about.
saying? I apologize, guys. I really have bad ADHD. And I always have like train of thought problems. And you know, this definitely does something. And but can you remind me what I said? Can you guys help me out? So I can like go on, or I don't know. I have to do that with Marco all the time. Like, kill me. Okay, so anyway, guys, I cannot fucking make you know. I can't fucking put, yeah, woo! But don't put weed above God. God gave me this weed, and I fucking love him, and I appreciate him. He's not a genie, but he's given me everything. No, I'm not transgender. I'm a female at birth.
But your Dave and brother is.
But my brother is transgender. Preston's bothered. He said, why didn't you ask how this day's going?
Hey, bro. The reason why I didn't ask why
I gave
your
birth
day
to
was
a
going
child.
was because
Out of
I
my
wasn't
vagina, I
really
grew
asking
one
him
for
how
10
his day was
months.
going. I was just trying to make a point. My point was saying it can't be hell if you're having a good day. That was my point.
My boobs still make milk. I have a 4-year-old. It's weird. I still have like semi-postpartum. Like, yeah, like anatomically, it's just like the fallopian tubes.
And make some more comments.
Come on,
the trolls, man. Keep up with it, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
I can't believe you've been watching for 7 years. Wow, I did not know
I'm
that.
fat. There's water in your veins. You were getting so thirsty. Dude, I took a med to help with my dry mouth because I was so fucking thirsty. Because, you know, weed can sometimes make you have dry mouth. Okay, what's up, Dubert Scoobert? But, okay, guys.
So
Jesus
I was on a roll, by the way, and Eric distracted me, and because I was checking the feed to see if it was muted. So
sorry, I'm not trying to.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay,
so I'm sorry.
You guys, it's like transcendental, and like it's another level.
If you rewind the podcast, we talked about weed for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's whatever. I appreciate it, but God gave it to me, and like He gives me everything I ask for. I pray to Him for weed, and yes, I do have a pussy, I guess, but not like a real one. So anyway, dude, I was anorexic my whole life, and finally I feel free. I don't mind being fucking fat. I'm getting my mental health happy after my psycho ex-husband, Abusive, sent me to the psych ward involuntarily a bunch of times.
And you were talking about
I took
Elena,
antipsychotics,
saying that she was skinny.
and
like, I don't really think of people that way in those terms.
It fucking
like skinny versus
destroyed
fat.
me. I even lost weight from breastfeeding for a whole fucking year. I breastfed and pumped for a whole year. I had 2 freezer fulls, like giant fucking.
I have always said
a milk.
I have 2 criteria for my
son.
girlfriend. And it's not whether she be fat or whether
I love myself, and I finally feel like
my
I can love
criteria
myself.
for a girlfriend
I don't
for
care
the past long time
what I look like.
has been
I
2
just want
things.
to be fucking happy, okay? I'm
have
gonna
a
lose
pulse
the weight
and have a good set of teeth. Good set of teeth and pulse. That was my criteria.
I'm 25 years old.
I don't think of people fat.
I have been I've been like 68 pounds. I could have died so many times. Why am I yelling? Because it's a yelling competition.
We're trying to talk over the music in the background. Can you guys hear the music in the background at all? I feel like it makes the video better.
Mushrooms in Walmart, collapse on sunglasses wreck, and the paramedics rescue. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry about that.
Tell me in the comments if you can hear the music.
Okay, anyway, no, just let me please finish. I will calm down. I will lower my voice. I'm sorry to be threatening. I know that I look like a man, but really, like, it's because I have fucking meat on my bones for once, and I'm happy about it. I don't care how I look. I just want to be free. I don't want to fucking have all these OCD rules and fucking whatever. It's a fucking casualty of fucking antipsychotics. They fucking slow my metabolism and shit, and like, I'm never the same after that. But like, FML, my ex-husband, like, sent me to the psych ward so that he could fuck dudes behind my back and smoke heroin and crack and meth. And I came home to my house that I own and bought, and was my home that I paid for everything. I was a sugar mama, and my dad told me when the money's gone, he'll be gone. And unfortunately, I told him about
$1 million in
wealth Russia
to $0 and homeless. That was before I met her.
Dude. Money doesn't make you happy, but I feel like a fucking idiot. I should have left him sooner, but I left him. I set a boundary. The reason why I gave my son up for adoption was I was like, I need to set a boundary where I'm gonna fucking say no. You cannot do this. There needs to be a boundary. My cousin Kelsey, she took me out to dinner to Sizzlers on I was pregnant, 6 months pregnant, and I didn't want to be pregnant, but I loved him the second I found out I was pregnant. I had an IUD in. He was fucking beating me up in his aunt's basement in another state in Wisconsin, and they weren't helping me and shit, and I was like pregnant, and he got a DUI and smashed a bar, a whole bar, like glass, the whole glass on the outside, he smashed it to break in, and he had a part of a hammock, like a metal rod that was part of a hammock that I bought. He lied. He said he was gonna go get smokes. He was such a piece of shit. He sent me to the site. He lied. He's like, I'm gonna get smoked. I'll be back in 5. And I fucking couldn't control him. Japanese women, everyone is beautiful. Diversity is beautiful. It's okay to be you. It's okay to fucking love yourself. Life is fucking hard. Don't be your own enemy.
Hey, a lot of people were really critical of the coverage of Britney Spears and other celebrities that they got in the mid-2000s.
I'm gonna lose it soon.
Leave Britney alone! Became a meme. And we were watching a video on a documentary on HBO.
Dude.
Do you remember the 2009 was gross?
Dude, that was so gross.
That was the Brittany Murphy documentary. And Perez Hilton, who we all know and hate, used to shit on celebrities all the time. And he said, 2009 was gross. And I started cracking up like, oh yeah. What was so terrible about 2009? Because the way they were treated, but whatever. So, you guys are acting like 2009 right now, commenting on all his appearance.
Okay, so anyway,
who is the most beautiful of all the girls that I've had on my channel? You let me know. I don't know. I love Fanny Alvarado from the Best of SNL, Jane You Ignorant Slut, where I called her a slut and a scuzz. That was funny. You mentioned Elena.
Dude, I got a gym membership with my insurance, and I went to the sauna. It was my first time at the gym, and I signed up when I found out the second my insurance could cover it.
It's the first time at that gym.
No, at that gym. Dude, this gym is fucking awesome. It has 2 saunas.
We started going to Planet Fitness in August. Then they mandated that the masks go back on.
My fucking metabolism, I have fucking health problems galore. I'm fucking depressed as shit. And I have been sick my whole life, and it's not from AIDS, it's from just having a weak immune system, and and I don't know. Who are we talking to? We're talking to the void. Absorb it. Yes, I am screaming into the void, motherfucker. I mean, in a good way. Yeah. You
guys you're chatting at us and asking who are we talking to? Obviously, we're talking to the viewers.
Who are we talking to? Dude, you know what?
Which one of you we're talking to? It's an open format podcast. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. This is a phone. What you are using right now possibly is a computer. This is called technology. And that's what I would say when everyone commented on my fucking SNL video. What the fuck? What do you mean what the fuck? What the fuck what? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What you talking about,
nice
Willis?
to Eric. We went to
Tell
preschool.
him what you think about Kevin Smith and his funny story.
Hey, I think I met you in preschool too. Didn't we go to that Montessori one? And I don't know. Okay, so anyway, I'm on top of a building. Give me one reason not to do a swan dive. All right, don't do it because you do matter. Suicide is illegal, dude. You're fucking funny. Yes.
I will say this. You're not.
Suicide is illegal. If you
you're not being encouraged to do it, but suicide. Going back to our discussion that we were having earlier about Jesus, suicide is not the unpardonable sin.
It's not.
It's not the unpardonable sin. Okay. If you kill yourself, God will have mercy on your soul.
Guys, fucking people.
So I'm saying He's gonna have mercy on your soul.
Dude, listen, Marco. I'm yelling at Marco, telling him, Eric, you know, you were loved and you were admired as a person. We're not gonna take into factor any of the bad things because this is a funeral and we don't bring up the people's problems and shit. But,
Schubert, my man. If you are the true Polo, True Polo 88, my first channel. If you are a true President Polo fan, if you are true Polo, then you will have seen all 60 SNL sketches that I reenacted.
So,
and you will have seen at least 40 or less of my acting reenactments. I reenacted Taken. I've reenacted Training Day. I've reenacted Jurassic Park.
I have a very random set of skills.
So if you've seen
I
those,
don't know how to use them.
I mean, comment on them, tell me about them.
Sorry, guys.
That'd be awesome. Preston is telling me he's a pretty good fan, and I'm really, really impressed by Preston. Duber Scoober, more than you now, because I didn't know he was looking for that long. But if you guys have seen all the SNL videos, then I'm going to be surprised and also concerned. Why are you doing
it? Dude, I have a fucking life where I fucking do fucking shit, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to fucking get on a chair. Shut up. Leave me alone. Let me fucking be fat. Like, get over yourself. You want me to fart? I can't physically do that. What is wrong with you right now? I can't fucking physically do that. You want me to, like, fucking conjure a fart for you this second? You think I'm fucking Houdini? I'm fucking Holly Jewel. Leave me alone. What do you want? Just kidding. Okay, so
that was a comment from somebody on my recent SNL video.
Being random.
Said,
who's behind me? A guardian angel.
The TV. We're looking at the TV and confirming shit. Because I'm controlling some of the speaker and noise.
But yeah, dude.
Okay, so I'm posting a link right now in the description of my last podcast, which I kind of dedicated to Duber Scoober, and I was very thankful to him.
Yeah,
and I was talking about him. I really liked.
Really
I think this is my favorite episode.
Preston,
this last podcast that I did that I linked. I really enjoyed that episode. It was kind of funny, but I don't really think it's my best work as per se on my YouTube channel. My podcasts, I don't do them as often.
Clap, boom, de clap, de clap.
But we're gonna start doing it more.
Boom, de clap,
because I have a co-host now.
Flip flop, cross the floor, shuffle.
What are you guys interested in? Because I love all things Marvel since I was a kid. My favorite hero was Doctor Strange, but I thought he was a villain back then. I didn't know because in the comics he kind of is a villain. Because I would love to talk about it.
Instagram?
Yes, my Instagram is USA. Hey, USA. I would encourage you guys to look at my Twitter and my Instagram. It's at USA HEY USA. If you want to know, go ahead.
Here's the thing. I have a lot to say. I have been isolated my whole life by myself. I've been antisocial. I was fucking bullied, and then my mom had me moving around. She's always sucking different guys' dicks, banging in the other room, pretending she was giving massages, fucking trash. And then she's fucking saying that I tried to kill my kid. DCFS got involved. I never had any neglect or anything. DCFS got involved because my ex-husband choked me out. And I called the cops because I was like, is he gonna fucking hurt my child? How can I trust a man that strangles me? He's gonna fucking hurt my child, and my child is the only thing I could fucking ever care about, you guys, when I fucking... Anyway, it's fucking... Life is fucking hard, but I want to tell you that that prayer really, I know this sounds bullshit. I've never fucking believed in Mormonism. I grew up and, you know, I don't agree with it. It's fucking blasphemy. And I hate it. But, oh, I'm not trying to be rude, guys. Are you Mormon, Preston? Anyway, so, like, I never believed in the Mormon church. I think he left, but I never believed in the Mormon church, and I always, like, went on my own journey, and I had to learn
Can we ask them what they're interested in talking about hearing?
Hey, what would you like to hear about? I will answer any of your questions. You can ask.
What topics do they
What topic
enjoy
are you-
as far as pop culture topics?
Yeah, what pop culture topics do you like? Is that the one you like? Anyway, guys, I'm like, I've never had a chance to have a friend or talk to anyone. Like I said, I've spent the whole fucking thing. Are you seeing the messages that they're saying? I spent my from 13 to 17 when I graduated high school in 2014, January 2014. I'm 25. I graduated high school and then I fucking escaped. My dad's like, okay, I guess I won't send you back to the program only because you're a couple months away from being 18. And anyway, he was gonna send me back. He's like, I should tell your therapist that you broke your contract and you watched a rated R movie. Dude, that place was fucking child abuse. They literally take us out of our room and fucking scream at us and fucking, they wouldn't let us tell our parents anything. They considered it manipulation or justification. They read all of our letters that we were forced to write, or else you got consequences. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. Here there is liberty, University. And it is so true.
We were quoting Donald Trump.
Donald Trump needs to go to hell. Now. He's old. It's time.
I wanted to ask you guys
Come fight Donald Trump.
what topics were you interested in? I love MMA, and I love fucking Marvel. So if you guys are interested in that and would hear about that, please confirm, because I really would love to talk about that soon.
Can you give me the floor for a second?
Can you talk about a different subject?
What do you want? I was gonna talk about.
Talk about Marvel or MMA.
Okay. Really? My opinion? Anything
Anything
that?
regarding those two. Anyone.
Okay. So MMA, I have been watching it with Marco the last year. We've been together. We've been living together. It's the only sport that I can actually get into, and I'm not saying that I have a passion by any means. I don't really. I'm not apathetic. I'm very empathetic, but when it comes to fucking sports, I've been to a lot of real live games and shit. I went to the Air Force versus Navy Air Force Academy football game, and then I talked because I was gonna go to the Air Force Academy and be a captain. I was in Civil Air Patrol. I was a really good kid. When I was given a chance to go to public school for 1 year, less than a year, the opportunity just to do that, I thrived, because I never had that my whole life. I thrived when I was around other human beings, and I got a 4.0. I ran for student body secretary, and I had a huge campaign because I wanted to go to the Air Force Academy, and then my dad sent me back to the program because I told him I didn't believe in the Mormon Church. And then a day later, on my 16th birthday, I thought I was gonna wake up. I thought he was gonna make me breakfast or something at least, and the house was empty. It was my 16th birthday, and I had I lost my virginity, and I got raped 2 days before, and I couldn't tell anyone about it. And then my dad sent me back to the program on my 16th birthday, and he even drive me there. He did it on my birthday, and no one was fucking there. He did all kinds of shit. I spent all my birthdays in the program, and then it's just it's whatever. But anyway, he sent me back, and he didn't even drive me there. He's like, I'm sending you back because you have an addiction to staying up late. And I have insomnia. Is he fucking done? Oh my gosh. I can't control it. But anyway, I got sent. I don't care about MMA. Long story short, I don't. I'm changing some. Okay, so anyway, got sent on my 16th birthday. No. He doesn't smoke weed. He's trying to talk over me because it's his fucking channel and shit. And this is my first time. I haven't had social interaction my whole life, and I'm just being like genuine. And I really have a lot of mental illness. I struggle with a lot of obsessive compulsive disorder, and like, it just fucking sucked because they drove the therapist that was like, that I didn't even talk to about the trauma for a whole, like some of the stuff that was going on for a whole year because I didn't trust her. I did talk to her eventually for a year later, and she told my mom everything. And then she drove me back to the program because her daughter was giving birth in the hospital next to my dad's house in Provo, Utah. And they drove me all the way to the fucking old motel that we lived in. It was an old motel before it was a program, and it's bullshit. They shouldn't be able to do that. I've been aborted. Like, I really didn't want any of this, but now that I'm here, I do, I'm glad that, like, I'm afraid to die. I'm not afraid to die anymore. I used to have a phobia that I was gonna die. I used to be terrified of dying because I was like, I got off, my ex-husband introduced me to drugs after I got out of the program when I was,
How long have you been sober?
I've been sober, a month before I found out I was pregnant with my son. I was 6 weeks old, pregnant. He is 4 years old as of September 13th of this year. He was born in 2017, and then I was sober when I, like a month or two before I even conceived him, and I had an IUD or whatever, and like I said, I was fucking getting beat up, and like, I don't know why. I was about to leave him.
This is probably good content. I
was about to leave him, and he got a DUI. My ex-husband got a DUI for smashing in a bar. Like, he smashed the window, a bar owner's window. He's like, I'm gonna be right back. And then he got a DUI, and like, he's a fucking piece of trash. And I was really naive. I wanted to be loved. I had never been loved or shown any love, affection. My mom, she showed affection to my trans brother, rewarded him, and then she'd punish me. She'd neglect me. She wouldn't talk to me. She'd ignore me, and then like praise my trans brother or whatever when she was a kid. Yeah, I've gone to therapy my whole life. I don't really have an Instagram. I'm like really antisocial. I would love to have friends for sure, because
you can friend her on Facebook.
You can friend me on Facebook.
Her profile. Mm-hmm. If you go to facebook.com/USA 4 times, you'll find me, and then you can friend me or her. Facebook.com/USA 4 times. But we're going to talk about a little bit of Marvel. We seem to have lost our guys. You're going to bed. It's fine. But I wanted to talk about Hawkeye before we go. I'm really enjoying the program, and I wanted to comment on it though. So I really love the action of it, and the thing is that I would really think it'd be even more cool if you did real things and real consequences for Clint's family life, like he had an affair, or maybe he sees a therapist. They did that in Winter Soldier.
Can I tell you the answer to the therapy thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
you don't. That's the truth.
I don't see a therapist. I have been going to therapy since I was 12. My mom would send me to. I went and saw a hypnotherapist. I've done EMDR. I've done fucking PTSD therapy, fucking cognitive behavioral health, fucking whatever, all different kinds of techniques. And unfortunately, every therapist that I've tried, and I've tried many since I was 12, that doesn't mean that I've completely given up, because I do beg for help. But I've had really shitty therapists, and it's really turned me off and made it hard for me. I did even see a therapist last year, but they don't fucking care. Like, I can't fucking explain to them the fucking trauma I've been through. They don't fucking even understand. Like,
Dubert Scoobert, what's your name? Because I don't want to keep calling you Dubert Scoobert. I know you told me before, but it's been like probably 5 months since you told me. I don't know since I asked you. But if you go to www.tinyurl.com/Polo Live, Polo, thank you, Angel, POLOLIVE, Polo Live, you'll get the link right there, because I was having a little bit of a disconnection between my main channel and the channel I was using secondary to comment.
I was trying to explain the long story.
That's the old podcast.
I don't have social
Polo
media.
Live. That's the one you mentioned you with.
Because like a lot of reasons.
And it wasn't live.
So basically, like, I've had a really extreme life, and I haven't like had any fucking friends at all. And then when I tried to have like my only friend was my cousin Kelsey, and then she like became a social butterfly, and like I have social anxiety, and I just became withdrawn as I became anorexic. I work out for 8 hours a day. I'd eat an apple, and then I'd be like, oh my gosh, I gotta work out every second. So that's my personality. I am naturally fucking very anxious person, and I'm not a chill person. And I self-medicate sometimes with marijuana and beer, because I have a lot of PTSD, and I've tried a lot of shit. I've overcome a lot of shit. I've overcome eating disorder, severe. Like, I was scared of food. It gave me panic attacks. I thought I was gonna die if I ate food. Isn't that weird? So out of touch. But it was, I've overcome so much shit. I overcame a severe heroin addiction. I didn't even like heroin. I did it because like he was using my money to buy it anyway, so I was like, oh, I guess I'll do it because he has it. And then I also wanted to be skinny. I didn't even like the high. I felt gross, and like I hate drugs, and like fucking I'm gonna get off weed.
Probably should go to sleep soon.
I'm gonna get off weed eventually and try and be sober, but it's really hard for me because I'm haunted. I have PTSD nightmares every night and shit, and they really affect my mood. And I've tried trusting therapists. I've been betrayed seriously, like so much. I've had so much like confidentiality shit broken with therapists. I've been forced to go to victims therapy with DCFS, and that fucking was really fucking traumatic, because it triggered me to remind me of like all the fucking therapy I had to do. And it's a long story short, but the thing that I found for me that has helped me.
Say Marco wants to know if you've seen Eternals.
Oh, Marco wants to know if you guys have seen Eternals. We went and saw that, but the only thing that's helped me is Jesus. And I had to leave my beliefs of like Mormonism's a lot. So Duber Scoober said, or Angel said, he hasn't seen Eternals. So I had to leave my Mormon beliefs behind, because that's not biblical at all. They teach their own fairy tale. They teach.
He's gonna watch No Way Home.
Are you gonna watch No Way Home, Angel? Marco says. So anyway, I had to lose all that, and I had to lose my the God that I thought was in my head, because we don't have God's thoughts. And then I was like, he said he's gonna to bootleg it as soon as possible.
You're not gonna go to the theaters?
He says, why don't you go to the theater? You're not gonna go to the theater?
Is it because it's really hard to get a ticket?
Is it because it's like hard to get a ticket or whatever?
On Thursday night's gonna be packed.
So Thursday is obviously gonna be packed. But yeah, I'm just trying to like say this. It really frustrates me. I have a pet peeve getting cut off when I'm on a mindless rant that has no fucking... I've never been able to talk to anyone, guys, so I have like communication problems. My mom like wouldn't let me communicate. Like she would talk for me, and like literally I fucking have some learning disabilities and shit from it. And so like I said, like, thank you. I really appreciate it. The positive stuff really means a lot, dude. You know, what people say really does matter. Like I went to, I have these tegus. I have, they're a type of lizard. They're really friendly. And I called a pet store up and I asked the lady questions, and like she was so nice. She was so nice, and like she was so nice that I thought, I want to be a better person. I want to be that person to the next person. And like literally I've been through hell and back, and the answer is to repent.
Can you ask Stuart if he ever watches prize
Babe,
fighting?
I can't. So guys, I have a problem, like learning disorder, okay? So I went to fucking special needs. I went to Silva, and I went to an alternative school. My dad's like, yeah, whatever, put her in fucking alternative school with everyone that's pregnant.
You're a lot more functioning than any other person I've seen. As far as
Yeah, but when I get cut off, I get frustrated because I lose everything that I'm thinking, and it's really frustrating. I have a lot of shit that is like about my brain that
Why does everyone call me autistic? Do I seem autistic?
So, especially in school. I know, dude. Like I'm, like, what's up with the fucking being sent to alternative schools?
Call me autistic. I had to block the people. Look, can I talk
Marco's
about this?
saying that, yeah.
The reason why that you don't
No,
see this, the reason why you don't see on my channel, you
He
all
sees
just
it.
hey,
He
hey,
sees every single one.
Hey, William.
His psyche
Hey,
absorbs
did you
it.
find your baseball?
It's kind of mean.
Said shit like that to me. The reason why you don't see it more is because
Gross.
YouTube deletes it.
Yeah, YouTube
But there
deletes
was
it,
a
but
lot
got
of
to fucking see all
autistic
of it.
comments that
That's
I had
just
to, before
gross.
YouTube delete it, I had to
know.
moderate the fact that they did that. I
brain's
wouldn't
just
moderate when they
OCD.
said the F word, when they called me a piece of shit, when they called me to kill myself. But when you're making fun of autistic people or calling me autistic, that is fucking
Don't you think
against
that's
over
evil?
the line. What the fuck? What did I do?
What did...
I
What did you
reenacted an
do?
SNL video, so you're gonna fucking like I used
You're gonna
to
go to... You're gonna
live.
destroy
My
him.
roommate was in a
Destroy.
wheelchair, had
How
a
dare
stroke. He was disabled. You fucking come at me to making fun of disabled people? You are a piece of shit, and I will throw down and put up my dukes and fucking fight you on that. Hell
You
no.
want a fucking wake-up
The
call?
fuck?
Fucking go through life and fucking get your ass handed to you, get raped a couple times, fucking lose your house, lose your child who you loved more than life itself, and you didn't even know what love was or that you could love until you fucking had this child and was pregnant with him, and then you're like, holy shit, I love this human inside me that I didn't even want more than I've ever loved anything, anyone. Why are you doing that?
Sorry, you did it by accident.
Like I said, when something's really loud, my mind goes blank. It's gone. And it really frustrates me. Okay, what was I talking about? Can you help me since you did that?
I'll rewind the podcast and see.
I apologize, guys, for being very different from
This is the
most
first time
people I've
I've
seen.
seen you, so that's why.
Yeah, and this is you know. So, one sec. Can you please don't... So I really, I love Marco, but like I said, that's a pet peeve. I don't know why it is. I could probably like find the deep reason why, but I'm trying to... I cut people off too. That's what we did in my family. We just shouted over each other really loud, I acted like a fucking tweaker my whole life. before I ever even tried that thing, and it's a fucking disgusting drug. I fucking hate drugs, dude. They fucking ruin your life. They invite evil spirits in to attack you. It's really fucking retarded to be doing that shit. I don't fucking do it anymore, and I fucking say good fucking riddance. I do plan on quitting weed, but I really have so much PTSD. I didn't know. I was fucking bullied into giving my son up for adoption last September. He's 4. There's a lot of shit that happened. I was raped by my neighbor who broke in and raped me. There's police reports. He got sent to jail, and he was gonna kill me. Yeah. I know weed's not good. I know it's a chemical, and I know it's fucking. I know it's not good. It's not. Psychoactive drugs aren't good, but I do it to help me fucking not kill myself. Like, I don't believe in suicide, but I do have severe mental anguish that I go through every day, and for now I'm gonna wean off of it. What'd you say, babe? What do you say? So I can respond. Weed is
good for self-medication if you're like sort of mentally ill.
If you're really mentally ill, you don't want to touch shit. But no, I'm aware of that, and I'm trying to wean off of it and quit. I want to be clean completely, and I know I can. But I have a lot of pain. I didn't know how fucking I didn't want that for my son, but I also love him more than life itself. So I want him to have a stable home, and he's really thriving. And I saw him on my birthday, August 27th, my 25th birthday, and I haven't seen him for a year. I didn't even get to see him when I had to sign away my parental rights. It was so dramatic. Like, DCFS bullied me and until the end, and they were like, I wasn't even doing. They were harassing me because I'm like, Utah, you can't smoke weed, and then they're like. They go after the fucking people that are innocent, and then the people that, I know of someone here that fucking brings their fucking 5-year-old into the bar and fucking, does drugs in the bathroom next to them, and, they don't go after the real people that are trashy. But listen, stop!
You cut me off. I know what you said earlier.
Marco, I don't care.
You don't care what I was saying earlier?
Say something, it was important. I'm sorry, guys, for being a baby. But,
what was
he saying right now?
But earlier you were saying until you realize what it's like to be a mother and seeing something that you created, then you're talking about troll people, that you've never been through the wildest shit that I've been through. You don't know nothing.
Okay,
That's what you were saying.
Alright, so back to what Marco was reminding me of. I don't know what I was saying because it's whatever. I've got a neuropsychological exam. I was forced to by the court. Everything went fucking wrong that could go wrong with everything, dude. My whole life. It's like fucking karma for doing drugs at one point in my life, but I fucking quit. It's like, what do you fucking want from me, God? But I realized that that we can't choose our consequences, and you may not know that is wrong, and you may have to do it and learn the hard way. Anyway, fuck, dude. This mental health shit is so fucking hard. Postpartum depression.
Can I say something?
I miss my kid. I never loved anyone more than I love my son, and I was gonna break up with Logan, and then I found out I was pregnant, and then I don't believe in abortion, but my mom, I told my mom, she was the first person I told, because I was looking for, she's never, she's anti-support, but I've always yearned for her love. I've done everything for her love, and it made me mentally ill because I would do everything to make her love me, and she never would. And then I learned that you cannot. No, don't be rude. Sorry, that's the only pet peeve. We get along really great. No, you can't talk on a podcast. What were you saying? I don't remember. What? Sorry guys for being rude.
Whisper.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I was talking about fucking people who neglect their kids emotionally. They don't read to them. I know someone here that fucking does meth in the bathroom next to her child. I know the same person brings her 5-year-old into the bar. At least shut up. I don't care. I'm sorry, I'm really rude. I get really grouchy at night and stuff, and I have a lot of mood swings.
Should we cut it off then?
No, please, just stop. Let me say.
I'm tired.
Okay, but anyway, I never neglected my child. I would read to him. I tried so hard. I did everything in my power. I just want you to, like, let me finish this thought. So, I literally did everything I could in my power to be the best mom. Well, I had a baby, 2 babies, an actual baby, and then my ex-husband who was getting, like, blackout drunk more and more. The farther along I was, blah, 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 blah. And then he was like, he was like, I need a cab home while I'm taking care of a 1 week old.
I can't talk up and hold the camera and film you, so it looks better.
So, I had to fucking, and then I have mental health issues. So, taking care of a baby alone, I didn't want to be a parent ever. I started myself in with anorexic because the way my mom treated me, she made me never want to have kids. I thought if that's how I was scared that I wouldn't love my kid. I was worried. One of the first things I thought, like, I was like, but I loved him, like, immediately the second I was found I was pregnant. I'm like, I don't believe in abortion, and but it's for me. I believe in it, like, free agency for everyone. But I told my mom, and the first thing when I found out I was 6 weeks pregnant, I was like, thanks. I bet your mom's a great person. So, like, anyway, yeah, I was like, what was I talking about? Okay, that one.
Let me see. It'll take me a couple seconds to figure it out.
1 sec, guys. I apologize.
You mad that he cut you off? He cut you off?
No, I just lost my train of thought.
You found out when you were 6 weeks pregnant.
Okay, I found out when I was 6 weeks pregnant that I was pregnant. I thought it was going to be an ectopic pregnancy. I had a fucking IUD in. It was a 1 in a million chance. I fucking conceived him on my fucking birthday because I know that because of the scans that I got and shit and blah 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 my ex-husband's fucking birthday, and I was like raped that, and it was I was gonna leave his ass, and then I didn't ever want a kid. I was scared of children. I don't know how to interact around other people, let alone I don't know how to like interact with your kid at all. I'm still
fine, dude.
But I get anxious about it. I was like, my mom didn't love me, like, what if but it was the opposite. I felt so much love for him. I felt love that I never knew I was capable of. It opened my heart and made my heart grow so much. It was when I heard his first cry. So I was really scared. I was like, holy shit. And then during the middle of that time, my stepdad died. And he was like really, really, really abusive, and that triggered me and to be depressed. And then like I gave birth prematurely because of that. He was huge. He was an 8-pound baby, and I just tried my best. I was doing everything. I read to him. I was very loving. I adored him. I'd sing to him in my belly while I was getting opposition from everyone. No one's ever been a support. They've disowned me because I'm not Mormon, and my mom just makes up like lies. She's like a pathological liar, and it's just life is what it is. We all have hard shit that we go through, but dude, the kid thing, it's fucking painful. I fucking love that kid more than I've ever loved anyone, and I'm really sad that because I love fucking seeing his milestones and seeing him grow and change every day. And I haven't seen him for over a year, and it's really fucking hard because I miss out on seeing him change and have new phases, and like it was beautiful. I love him so much. My body is so different. It's destroyed after having a kid. I look so fucking different. I had an umbilical hernia from having him, and my abs are ripped apart, and I fucking don't even have a kid. And it's like, it's not about looks, it's just like I had to restart everything. When I met Marco, my grandma, like, I was homeless and shit, and I was with my grandma for a couple days, and she was like trying to kill herself.
I didn't know that, babe.
She was trying to kill herself, and she said it was my fault because she felt bad that she locked me out in the winter overnight. Like, when I was 14, like, why is she, and then she said the other reason why she was killing herself with all of her opioid pills was because she didn't think I was going to go to the celestial kingdom smoking weed, because I admitted to her anyway, so it was just really traumatic, and I moved out. I was like my family's so evil, dude. Like, I've been alone my whole life, alone in my thoughts, alone in my mind. I don't even, like, I'm fucking doing the best with what I have, you know. I had no friends. I was isolated. My mom moved us around when she divorced my stepdad at 12. So she divorced my real dad when I was 5 months old. And then, like, I was getting molested as a baby. I had I don't know where the plug is.
He asked how we met.
I had bruises, like, on me as a little baby, and my mom didn't want to investigate who was doing it. It was like an actual police report and shit. And, like, I had bruising, like, on my inner thigh as a little, like, 6-month-old baby. And Wade was fucking beating my ass my whole life, my stepdad. And, anyway, he died. It opened a can of worms, and then it made me have a baby early.
He asked how we met.
So we met, actually through Facebook. I was looking for a place, because my grandma had just told me that she took all of her Oxycontin or whatever, which is really gross to me anyway. Like, she always tells me all of her fucking personal shit. Like, she told me that she, like, her husband's 86 years old, and she always tells me really inappropriate shit since I was a little kid that I don't want to hear. Like, fuck, she's fucking terrible. I fucking hate, my family's so fucking evil, dude. She, like, tells me, oh, I only have to have sex with Joe, who's 86, every 2 weeks. I only have to give him oral sex every 2 weeks. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking know that. I've been raped. I don't fucking care. Like, fuck you, you selfish cow. And so I called her bitch, and they told, because she was, like, being fucking evil, dude. She was fucking getting in my face, and she told her husband Joe, and she was making me watch all this Mormon shit and trying to get me to be a temple worker, which I was, like, listening to them. I was being nice. I was even giving it a chance. And then I opened the book. I was like, oh my gosh, this is blasphemy. I can't. But, you know, she was making me watch all this Mormon, like, propaganda every day, and she would wake me up at 6 a.m. and then make me go to bed at fucking 8 p.m. I'd take my psych meds and do it all over again, and she'd just make me sit with her, and she'd tell me she'd want one thing, but then she wouldn't want that. She wanted another, and then finally, she came to me. She's like, I wasn't successful in killing myself last night. And it's fucking traumatic for me. And she's like, I'm gonna do it again. And I was so nice to her. And when I told my mom I was gonna kill myself when I was 13.
So this is forever gonna be your story of how we met.
I was anorexic,
the suicide attempt.
When I was anorexic, I told my mom, I'm really gonna kill myself. And I started cutting myself. And she laughed at me, and she just, like, ignored me. She's like, okay. I don't believe it, whatever. And I started cutting myself, trying to kill myself, and she just like would laugh at me. And like, my grandma's like the same kind of bitch. Like, she fucking told me about like all the suicide that she saw, and she attempted suicide when I was like 13, 14 years old. It was really hard for me because I saw her in the hospital, and she like fucking had overdosed on all of her shit. And I'm like, no one's helping me, but everyone's fucking like my mom, she was like spreading propaganda against me to make me the black sheep for like ever. Like, I don't know what I fucking did. I tried so fucking hard to get her to love me, to get my dad to love me, and like my stepdad. And like, I would tell him I loved him every day. My stepdad, I'd hug him, and he's like, no one loves me, God hates me. No good deed goes unpunished, and like, he fucking beat my ass and fucking blamed on his diabetes, and he treated his daughter, Jordan or whatever, my trans brother or whatever, who hasn't even talked to me like at all for like since I went to the program at fucking 13. I saw her once at my stepdad's funeral when I was pregnant, and she was like, why are you here? And I was fucking, he was my dad for 3 years before she even was conceived and born. So I called him dad, and he was like my dad full time, and he was such a bastard. One time we were driving home from California, and he just cried for fucking 12 hours. He'd always fucking be abusive to me, like super crazy abusive. And then, he'd treat Jordan well. My sister, or I don't fucking care. She doesn't give me any respect, and I fucking message her and reach out to her, and like everyone fucking, like, not only are they just like fucking disowning me, but my mom spreads fucking propaganda to destroy it and make it so that none of my fucking family will add me on Facebook. They all fucking, she's been doing this since I was a kid. She just lies and lies and lies and lies and lies and lies, and I was scared of her, dude. I was fucking terrified of her as a kid, because like, she was so good at lying. She could put on a face, she could put on all these faces and become different people and do different things. Like, I could never get help. No one would ever believe me with how good she lies. What's the point?
If you hate all drugs, if you hate drugs, then why do you like weed?
The reason why I like weed.
Well, why do you hate drugs then?
I hate drugs because they open up a portal to evil entities. You know, weed
doesn't open the portal up. When you alter your consciousness, that portal's open.
I know, dude, but you don't understand how I am when I'm sober. I'm fucking not okay. I can't handle fucking anything. I don't want to be here. I fucking, like, showering is fucking painful. Like, everything is, you know, typical blah, blah, blah depression. A lot of us have it, but it's more complex. A lot of shit's happened. I'm not saying, I know a lot of people have fucking been through a lot of shit too, but I got, like, raped, like, literally, like, violently, like, gang raped another time by another person, and then get raped, like, by my neighbor the same year, and then I become homeless, and then I fucking get forced into voluntarily signing away my fucking rights to my child. And dude, I just fucking can't handle the shit that I don't have my child anymore. I feel like a piece of shit. I feel like I could have fucking done something, but I'm happy he's doing well, but I fucking miss him, and I feel like I was bullied into it. I fucking didn't know what it fucking meant. I'm not gonna have him until he's like fucking 18, dude. And like, I'm fucking 25, and my dad's like, oh, I bet that was bittersweet to fucking see him on your birthday and on video chat, and he said happy birthday and shit, and like, he's like, oh, well, 18 will be really fast because, you know, it happens so fast. I'm like, 18's like a huge chunk of my life, dude. I'm 25 years old. Like, that's all I fucking know. Like,
really wait till he's conscientious of
like,
how to speak English. Once he knows how to speak English, you can tell him you're his mom. Nothing you can do to stop you.
Anyway, my mom gets to see him all the time. She's weaseled her way. I was her chess. Everything is a game of chess with her. It's so psychotic that it's just like, she is so fucking evil. She owns her own massage therapy college. And she just has this darkness about her. She's really succeeding. She tells every person she meets that she genuinely loves them. She's like a cult leader. Like she would be with different guys. She's like, I'm never gonna be with a guy that smokes. And then she fucking dates this gross guy that fucking like sexually assaults me. One of the guys that's many guys that she dated or was with that did that, and asked me like really creepy questions, and then said that I was fucking. She did a bunch of shit, like she had sex in my bedroom and then left a condom there, and then I was really polite because I was terrified of my mom, dude. And I fucking went to her. I was terrified of my mom. I was so timid. I was like, hey mom, I'm really sorry for interrupting you, but I need to talk to you. And I pulled her aside and I whispered in her ear, I'm like, there's a condom downstairs in my room. And like, okay babe. But I took her down, and like they had literally, I got back from school, like we were living in Lake Powell, Arizona or whatever. My mom was working at Amangiri, and it was just fucking like she plays fucking, she gaslights. I didn't even know what gaslighting was, but she fucking like puts all her shit on me, and now I'm fucking mentally ill because she's a fucking bitch. It's like not fair. If I can fucking learn to be mentally ill from all the fucking trauma, can't I unlearn it, you know? So I hope so, because you know, Jesus has been helping me a lot because he does answer my prayers, and that much I do know. He does. When I have had faith, good things have happened, but dude, do I get fucking fucked. When bad.
Can I tell you what he said?
Yeah, go ahead.
Scooper said it's the dab pen. That's why you're getting emotional, because you took it and it's been 2 hours.
Maybe so, but I have really bad mood swings, and you know, you're right. I shouldn't be doing other shit, but like, it's like I don't believe in suicide. I'm too much of a fucking coward. I've never been able to do it, but like, and I never will. But I don't want to die, but I can't. I don't want to live.
Helping, but that's the weed just telling you it wants more.
Maybe you're right. I just I actually tell myself I don't want to be addicted to anything. I don't want to be dependent on anything and be like,
that's a really healthy thing. You've never told me that.
I don't want to have to rely on
like even the
any substances.
Them, but don't be addicted or rely on it.
But I struggle with a lot of shit every day, and you think it would be easier, but like when your mental health is really bad, like I just can't believe how my mom like seeks to destroy, like still don't get that one.
I love you, baby.
Especially now that I had a kid, the things that she did to me and let me, the abuse that I went through, letting me get molested, letting me get my ass beaten, and all kinds of shit. Like, and fucking all these guys, and then deny it, and then say I'm fucking, she would name call me when I was a little kid, and she called me manipulative and perverted. Yeah, like when I showed her the condom, she called me a pervert, and she said it was like what the fuck? I wasn't fucking, and she did that all the time, and then she got mad at me because she had sex.
Oh, you weren't smoking in the morning, were you? You smoke in the morning?
No, I didn't smoke in the morning.
So you freak out in the morning, you're not smoking then, right?
No, I freak out in the morning. You guys, I'm fucking crazy, and it's just about fucking being able to fucking deal with the fucking fact that I have another 50 years of this, and like, I don't know. I'm trying my best, okay? I'm fucking doing everything I can. I'm trying to be less materialistic. I had $1 million, literally, and it's all fucking gone. And it's just really sickening. And, you know, this shit is heavy. The shit that I feel is fucking icky, and there's a lot of other shit too. And, you know, it's like, I actually genuinely have people against me, like, my whole family, like, disowned me, and then my mom, she's like telling everyone, and then like they were like, oh, Holly's just fucking crazy. Holly's just like, my mom just made it so that I want to be a credible source if I ever wanted to tell anyone like the reviews. Like, seriously, that happened. I tried to tell truth, and they did, like, she's such a master manipulator. She's fucking gross, dude. She fucking looks at her reflection every second. She passes it, and she tried to get ugly pictures of me because my hands are naturally shaky when we were in Europe. She is so vindictive, and she project her fucking shit on me. She'd be like, I'd be like 6 years old, and she's like, you're manipulative, you're a pervert, you're gross, you're ugly, and she'd project all of her fucking feelings about herself on me. And she had me take some pictures of her. We were in London at the thing where all the kings are buried, queens, and anyway, Abbey something. No, it's not Abbey Road. That's an album. Don't say anything if you're just pulling stuff out of your ass. You haven't been to London. I have. I apologize for being so rude. I just what was I even saying? That was really rude. And
Where were all the queens buried? You were there when...
No, before that.
I'm going to
Why did you do that? It's really hard, being, around other people, even dealing with another human, because, I've never fucking had that, dude, and I only had negative reinforcement my whole fucking life. And I hate negative reinforcement. I do very, very badly with negative reinforcement. And there's been no positive. No one's ever fucking tried that even. My mom fucking hates me. She told me it every day, all the time when I was a kid. And I was like, I would do everything. I even started lying. I hate going to my dad's house. I started talking, Dad, shut up. I started talking bad about my dad, so that I could make my mom happy when I was a little kid, so I'd lie and tell her that I didn't like being at my dad's house. And then it tortured me, and I didn't like being at my dad's house, and I was like, we should talk. I was just a pawn. I have my own child now, and I fucking love him unconditionally. And it's just even more so, I don't understand why she does what she does. And she thinks she's Alanis Morissette. She thinks she's beautiful. She owns her own massage therapy college. She didn't let me go to normal public school. She created her own bilingual charter school that I went to starting 3rd grade, because they changed they were making it so I had to go to a different school, and she did not approve. And it was not open classroom. An open classroom was too far away in Salt Lake. So she's like, I'm going to create my own school. And she's just she fucking has a good reputation. She's a parasite. She'll fucking, do everything for years in the making to make me, isolated and shit. Everything in her power, and it's just so gross that I'm almost over it, to the point where it's hurt really bad, and it's sad that she fucking sees my son. She manipulated her way, she did so much manipulation. It's so gross, dude. I fucking hate that shit. Fuck. But anyway, she manipulated her way. She gets to see my son. But do you know what's funny about that? She gets to see my son, and I never neglected my son or anything, but she fucking somehow throws me under the bus, fucking does something. I don't fucking know, dude. It fucking, I don't know. But anyway, she does that, but what's gonna happen is my son, eventually he's gonna be like, whose mom are you? Grandma Rebecca. And she's gonna be like, well, I'm Holly's mom. And that's gonna be her mistake, because then she's gonna admit that that I exist and stuff. And then, you know, I wrote letters for him. I fucking love him. I had all my shit stolen, like, twice. I was, like, living out of my car and shit, and then I had to park on a certain place, and I just had, like, terrible luck. All my pictures of my son were stolen on my $6,000 desktop computer, and I had nowhere to put it, and my family's like, oh, fucking, we can't help you because we believe in tough, like, love or whatever, and they never helped me once. They just fucking threw me in the fucking grinder, and fucking they fucking stomp on me, and then, like, I'm already fucking dead, and they're still, like, shooting me in the head. It's like, it's not fucking cool, dude. I would never do that to anyone. And like I said, now that I have a child, I'm even more baffled that people like this exist. Both my dad's a sociopath, like, and he's a fucking really manipulative, and he's a fucking pathological liar. And then my mom is also a pathological liar, and she's a fucking sociopath. But it's just like, those are words thrown around. My fucking therapist found out for herself. She didn't fucking believe me. She made me fucking go back to level 1 after being years of there, and like by telling one thing that was happening at home, because I finally opened up to her after saying jack shit nothing about what was happening at home for over a year of doing therapy 24/7 at. Anyway, if I can do it, you guys can do it. You know, just hang in there. 50 more years, you know, you never know when it's your time to go, but, I just, you know, I don't really give a fuck. I did hard drugs, and now I'm fucking used to fucking that shit, getting fucked up, and honestly, it's fucking hard. I'm not happy. I feel empty. I tried so hard with my kid. I'm fucking destroyed with how I fucking got anally raped so bad there. And like, Logan was like, my ex-husband was like, I'll make sure you never see your kid again. And like, everyone was fucking like, literally from Parks and Rec. No, the word literally means, it really happened. So they literally were against me, and like, I had a therapist that told me was dumb. I was like, oh, it's like, you really have everyone against you in real life. Like, most people are paranoid. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Like, I really appreciate it a lot, because I've fucking been isolated and fucking tortured, and I never thought I could have any friends. I never thought I could fucking talk to, like, it was a lot of fucking shit. Like, I was already antisocial, and then there were a lot of factors, being moved all around, and fucking being in boarding school forever. And it's just like, I'm just trying to stay afloat. I don't know if I agree with this life or if I appreciate it, but I'm trying to find meaning in it, and I'm trying to change my behaviors the best I can. It's really fucking hard with like a lot of shit, and it's discouraging when I like can't physically not do something. Like, the OCD is really fucking depressing for me, and it's fucking haunted me since I was like really young. And it is what it is. We all go through hard shit, but dude, like, I'm fucking not okay without my kid. I keep trying to fill that hole, and nothing can fill that hole. I never thought I could love. Didn't know I could love, and fucking there's all this shit going on. I was fucking being abused by everyone. Like, fucking my ex-husband was fucking drinking himself blackout drunk every night, and then getting fucking violent when I was pregnant and shit. And like, he did that while I was like fucking, after the baby was born. I had severe postpartum depression. I had fucking crazy thoughts, and it was fucking really real and fucking horrible. Like, I'd never act on them, but like, dude, I'm fucking having a kid. I didn't even want a kid. That shit is really hard on your body, dude. On your fucking brain. My dad was like, your stepmom got really bad postpartum depression. You're probably gonna need to start popping the pills, the depression pills. you better start popping depression pills near the end of your trimester or whatever. Or the third trimester or whatever. When I'm about to give birth, I'm like, I'd rather feel something than feel empty, and I'm not harming anyone. If I harm myself, it's that I self-harm a lot. I destroy my face, and then I feel really depressed, and I am trying to love myself. I don't care that I'm fucking 100 pounds overweight. I'm just trying to fucking stay afloat. I'm finally, for the first time in my entire existence here on Earth, I have stability with Marco. He's the best thing that's ever happened to me. He's a good man, and it's just I have emotions, and it's whatever. Marco, I'm saying shout out Marco. Do you guys have anything you want me to talk about? I'm gonna talk about Marvel.
I want you to talk about Marvel or MMA or...
So, I really like Spider-Man.
The character or the movie?
The character. I like Spider-Man when I was a kid. I liked Hulk when I was a kid.
I like
Fucking...
Strange when I was a kid.
I grew up watching superhero movies with my dad. It's like, whatever. So, but, thanks for letting me vent and shit. I didn't trust anyone to fucking do that my whole life, and it's like, haven't had any of that. I was like, well, I don't need friends, and then like, I don't know how to friend, and like all kinds of shit. It's just, there's so many factors, and like I said, I've had a really extreme life, and I bet that I'm not alone. Marco's mom is a hero. She's an angel, blessed angel. She grew up an orphan in Colombia, and her mom also hated her, would tell her horrible things, like my mom did to me.
I should clarify the orphan part. She was pretty much like an orphan. She didn't know her dad, and she was pretty much like babysat by this like couple that lived in a village by herself. So she was like an orphan, but she did have her mom there. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. But do you guys have any like thing you want me to talk about, or
I want
what?
to talk about Marvel.
Marvel?
Talk about your favorite UFC fighter.
Favorite UFC fighter? I like Rose, I guess, because on my 18th birthday,
Tell them who Rose is.
I got Rose, whatever. I don't know UFC, you guys. I'm sorry. I've just been
Tell them about her. Well, what do you like?
I like her because she's really sweet. She has a good spirit. She does a lot of cool shit, cool stunts.
Tell about the fight armor.
I don't know. I can't, dude. I don't like talking about that.
Can you talk about superheroes and Marvels at all?
No, I can tell them about my
Can you tell them
cases.
I said that I wish Hawkeye got
Marco
there
says...
and got a divorce and we had to fought for custody of his child.
What?
Tell them I wish that happened in the show.
Marco wishes that, Hawkeye... What?
Was a marriage drama.
Was a marriage drama. I don't fucking know, you guys. But, no. Anyway, I recommend to all of you that have a hole in your heart, that is thirsty for something, better. Read the Ten Commandments and come to a conviction, and come to Jesus. His hands are open. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. I know I've been yelling at you for the last 2 hours. First time ever, like, I don't know, and ever.
Ask Hubert what he believes, as far as did he have a religion.
Thank you. So, Angel, have you, what do you believe, about...
Did you go to church growing up?
Did you go to church growing up? Do you have, what do your parents believe? Like, what are your spiritual beliefs? dude, I'd rather fucking so back to the whole weed thing, is just like, I like that it doesn't give me a hangover. It doesn't make me fucking feel like shit physically. It doesn't give me withdrawals. I can get fucked up as shit on it. Oh, cool. So your family's Christian. Yeah, the thing is, I am really, so you're agnostic but leaning out. Yeah, you know, I did take a philosophy class in college when I was 17. Said like, it was crazy. I had never done drugs, but it made me feel high. Maybe because I was manic at that time. I wasn't taking anything. Like literal angels speaking to me. Yeah, no, that shit's real, in my opinion. Do you take any psych meds or whatever? Depression meds? I take an antipsychotic, but it makes me fucking feel numb, and I like fucking, like, what is this? Like, fucking, anyway, you just gotta deal with what you have and make the best of what you have and be fucking nice to other people.
He said you will forever be a person I remember.
Yes, I read that. Oh, you've never been medicated? That's good. I don't recommend going down that route. I did when I was 17. Yeah. No, I can't, I don't know. I have no social skills. I was never socialized. Never had any friends my entire life. You know, blah, 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 blah. It's real shit. It's fucking, that's why I am how I am. But, you know, I've overcome a lot of shit. Do I wish I went through it again? Hell no. Do I wish I learned the lessons the way I did? Hell no. Do I fucking have regrets? I have a lot of regrets. I wish I went to the Air Force Academy. I wish I never had. Meds don't fix anything. Pills and fucking marijuana and everything and alcohol and fucking psychiatric medications, they don't fix anything. But, they don't. You know, they're sometimes referred to as a band-aid or whatever, but, amen, brother. Amen, angel. Spiritual healing is the only way. But, I agree, and I've had a lot of spiritual experiences, and I've had demons fucking attack me. I've had dreams where the devil came to me. He came to me when I was in drug addiction. My ex-boyfriend was like, we were like doing bad stuff, and like, and then it was just like, I'll tell you that dream really quick. So I had this dream, and it stuck with me, and I was like, what the fuck? It was really dark. Like, my ex-husband was waking up at like 3 in the morning, or 3 or whatever. And he asked his dad, who's Catholic, and he said, that he told my ex-husband that he was waking up at 3 a.m. because like that's like the opposite hour that Christ died. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, during that time period, it was really fucking dark. It was gross. A lot of shit happened. I moved to Wisconsin fucking to help us start a new life and get off drugs. And then behind my back, within the first fucking day of buying a house out there, he finds a neighbor and he finds the drugs. And he fucking begged me to fucking move across the country to middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. I don't fucking care about Wisconsin. I did it to save our lives. I said, Logan, we need to get off fucking drugs. There's only 2 options. We will fucking either die or we will get off this drugs. And I was like, we have to. I didn't even like the drugs, dude. It's fucking bullshit. My brain's like fucking stupid. And I wish I never fucking did anything. Cigarettes, all of it. Fuck that. Fucking prescription meds, being prescribed antidepressants. I'd go back and I'd fucking redo everything. I'd go to the Air Force Academy. I'd become a captain or officer, I mean. and I'd get a good paying job, and I'd fucking, like, not have kids and fucking do it all over again. But you can't do that, can you? Like I said, you can choose your choices, and that's pretty much it. You can choose what you do, how you think about it, and, you know, your behavior. That's all you can choose. So, you can't choose the ripple effect, the domino effect that happens thereafter. You can't control that. And, you know, that's why you need to be careful. The law of attraction is a real thing. God, you reap what you sow. It says that in the Bible. But one crazy thing for me is I didn't know if I liked God. I was like, he's very, like, the Old Testament, he sounds harsh. He's like, I don't know. I didn't know. And the whole Mormon thing, they make up their own God. Jesus is a different version. And that really sketched me out and turned me off religion and shit. And, but I was like, that happens thereafter. You can't control that. You do. And I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But, yeah. But yeah, the Bible, what I'm trying to say is that the Bible actually says some really good stuff. It says stuff that, like, that is actually awesome. And when you open up the Bible, it's so different from what Christians pretend to be or fucking know. Just read the word for yourself and pray. And pray for help. Pray for the things you wish. And mountains will be moved. You are capable of creating your own reality. You're capable of change. And God is the only way. Turning to him. Repentance is, I promise you, I've been through the shitter. And I've been punched and shit into the right path. And I'm trying my best. I'm taking baby steps. And I know that Jesus is the only way because I've fucking lived through it. I've been through spiritual warfare. It's real shit. And it's fucking really freaky sometimes. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. Thank you. Have a great night. You wish. And mountains will be moved.
That's all, folks.
And I asked Jerry and I asked...
Live from Las Vegas, Nevada, this has been President Polo Podcast with Holly Jewell.
Thanks,
Until next time, thank you very much.